Welcome to sideB, motherfuckers.
Welcome to sideB, motherfuckers.
Hey, one goal, one thing, one move, man, that shit don't change. It's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do. Ay, there's only one goal, one thing, one move, man, that shit don't change. And it's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do real fucking things. Alright, I'ma keep it general just like the army. Most real niggas know most niggas phony. Your shadow got your back, huh? Just like your homie. That's why shady niggas will harm thee. Just ask Caesar. Brutus got him and caught him before his last breather. If that don't make you believers, then you'll learn. Honesty is a quality that will burn, but it's cool. And trust is a quality you will earn. You a fool if you think you learn all of the rules. Imitating imitation and they calling it cool. I know a little bit, but go ahead and call me a fool. While you sprinkle sugar on shit and you calling it food. See, I'm just trying to groove and you standing on the wall with your hands on your balls, making crab claws move. Trying to bonk at a dog, but I don't bonk. I just fall back till you think you winning, but you lost.
I take it out on these blacks.
Fuck, man. I'm taking out on everybody. Fuck. Lucky the blacks in this neighborhood. I would have taken it out on the Jews. Which I don't understand why white folks hate Jews so much, dog. Like, they just white people that you don't even know they're Jewish until they say their name or something. Like, you know, at least you can watch stereotypical hair and nose.
That's from a black perspective.
They got black roots.
That's from a black perspective. Like, yeah, because that was why I was having a conversation with my girl that's Jewish. When I was saying how I found out about Yom Kippur and shit, she was giving me like that rundown about how, like what you said, like Jews were being called nigger for a period of time in history.
They're the white niggers. Like,
yeah,
they're the niggers.
Them and Italians.
Yes.
It's like Jews the worst, but then Italians like a step above Jews for them.
They're so crazy to me, dog.
And the Irish, they only
in our eyes.
They all white to us.
Right.
That's why I told her. Because at a point, like we was having that conversation, man, she brought up something about how like what is white has changed over the centuries. Like, you know what I mean? Like we consider all the niggas white. At one point, Jews weren't white. Italians weren't considered white.
I mean,
really?
they
were like,
no, they were white,
really,
but they were like, we don't fuck with y'all.
They're poor white.
Yeah. They're like,
white
not good blood.
wasn't even a thing really until American white people. Like that's
really,
what the whole...
really
till the concept of...
Yeah, like the concept of whiteness comes from America. But like prior to that, they were just Euro. Like they were just different.
I give it to the Euros and I give it to the Britons and those British. I give it to the British and those white Spaniards. You know what I'm saying? Who did a lot of the fucking conquering and wanted to, like, you know, who actually put out there in history books they didn't like darker skinned people. You know what I'm saying? Like, those kind of people, I credit whiteness and put them all in the same boat to that.
I mean, history always fears the darker skin, even when we was running shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I just like, but it's funny that you say that because, like, black people, we see all y'all as white.
All of them,
but that's not in their world. In their world,
there are
differences.
This is a guinea, this is a kike, and this is a motherfucking ginger who has no soul. And I think white folks are so weird for that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's like they put it on themselves, and they put it on us, because we probably wouldn't have color problems in America, at least. You know what I'm saying? That's a white construct, seem like. But it seems like that's a concept they known to put on themselves. With you know, we're gonna put some kind of color. It's always about a color to it and hair texture.
It's differences. It's just differences, dog.
Because I'm pretty sure in Egypt, Cleopatra wasn't like dark-skinned niggas are slaves and light-skinned niggas are...
Who knows?
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
We just don't know. We just don't know. Because the thing is, look at Rwanda. Look at Rwanda, dog. These niggas look like each other and they got beef. Like, they not each other. You know what I mean? Like, within all, like, cultures, for whatever reason, the differences is what make niggas clash.
It wasn't beef on a level of color and hair texture. It was beef on a level of class, right?
Them niggas ain't beefing over class.
Rwanda?
It's almost like gang shit. They beefing over you to whatever they call it, and you
that's different still. Then.
But what I'm saying is the differences. I'm saying the point of like I think what I'm trying to say is this. Even before you bring color into it, for whatever reason, human nature will still find a reason to clash,
that is very
and
true.
that's what trips me out.
That is very true. But I mean, that's just. If you don't know evil, then how you gonna know good? Kind of.
But I'm just saying, like,
you don't know how. If you ain't never had your ass whipped, but you know what a whipping feel like, then you know what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, to your point is, it's the differences that always create the clash. And so even when you throw in the color part of it, that's even with everything, we even there's buku nuance and context. But I think the overall issue when you look at what you were saying is the simple form of is just different. So I'm scared, so we beefing.
Right, but white folks seem to tend to take the color. As for them, because at the very bottom of it, that's at the very core. What you say is exactly what it is. It's an unknown that I don't understand, and I'm fear.
Beef. Fear, scared.
And
I don't like that I'm afraid, so I don't want to admit that I'm afraid. Anger, envy, all that. Yep.
But white people, for the
I think it's everybody with that part of it.
That part, but I'm talking about with white people really from across history seem like they taking on the racist part of the color part of it. If there was if what you said was an umbrella, they'll be under the notion of racism. We're gonna hold the racism one under this one. We're gonna hold color under this one.
But I think the color part is only because of the difference. Because once again,
I mean that's true. But I'm saying that's why that's the umbrella.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, what I'm trying to get to, I'm thinking this. I'm thinking this live. It's not that I'm pre-thought just off of what you just said. And what I'm trying to think is, we don't know how the darker skinned people felt when they when they first saw white people. Even if you even get down to Native Americans, who the history books claim that Native Americans were all so open. We don't know if all of them were so open.
Open, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Open.
You can even look at Pocahontas. It was like, don't trust that white man. So what I'm saying is that can go both. I don't know. We could just say white people do this when they see a different color, because I'm more than sure the darker people in these other lands that they came to conquer felt some way seeing the white man. I think when you see a difference, you're gonna naturally have some kind of
say when he see the first
apprehension.
Look at this man. He looks like he can't stand the sun.
I don't know what he would think. I just think it's different.
Look at his muscles.
It's just different.
His head texture is so weak. Look at it falling apart as he comes in.
Don't trust those new niggas over there.
I mean, that's a general for everything. But for them niggas be like, because I don't know, dog. I understand what you're saying. I'm like, man, as soon as a nigga see something different, they be like, look at this color person. They must bring danger.
And I'm not removing.
But white folks have went to other places, understand that these other people are not dangerous, and still was like, we think we're better than you. We're gonna take you over because you're the darkest.
I mean, that's what we know coming from American context as well. But what I'm saying is, white people weren't the only people conquering in history. Mongolians, Africans at times. You know what I mean? So I'm saying is,
they are the ones in history who and when you look at conquering, kind of did the same formula in every place. And America is the most tightened and the most unique, but the same formula seemed like it went in South Africa, fucking Australia.
I'm saying you look through history, when niggas be ruling, they do fucked up shit in all regards.
Shit, they do, dog.
That's what I'm saying. I can't.
But I'm just saying, if I put a pattern or something, because Genghis Khan had a different pattern than whoever the fuck.
The Greeks and the Romans didn't do it the way the Americans and the Spaniards. I mean, the Spaniards and the Euro niggas. I'm saying, so I can't put it all under whiteness. Is all I'm saying, Joe. I can't put that all under white people in all of history. I can't see in modern times that nigga. Yeah, you got points. But what I'm saying is when you start saying all throughout history, I'm like, nah, white people did a whole lot of different things, and we did too, and the Asian people did too, and it's just interesting because some shit like that even came up on one. I pulled up this topic because John LeCarrier, shouts out, just sent me a fucking message on Instagram replying to this Facebook status I had up that was deep.
On Instagram for Facebook status?
Because sometimes I put my statuses up in my stories. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga was like, I saw it on Facebook. Let me reply to this nigga.
Oh no, that'd be weird. But no. So but it came from the stats I sent. I was listening to a podcast that said Killmonger couldn't be a true hero in Black Panther from jump because of his horrid treatment of black women all throughout the film. While T'Challa's entire being, upbringing, and survival even was intrinsically tied to the empowerment of black girls. I never thought about this angle, but the note has mad merit. That's what I put up on Facebook and shit. Because, I don't know what podcast I was listening to. They nigga said that shit. Because, you know.
You can say at one level, at another level, you can say T'Challa's the Pied Piper of Wakanda.
Nah, he ain't pimping nothing. He needs all of them.
But them young girls get trained to be like his concubines and his fighters. He don't choose them.
Wait, pause. Well, nah, son. You going from comics to film. We talking about this film. And also in the comics, he don't ever touch them little girls. They're just his warriors.
But they do get trained for that, though.
No, he don't fuck them. He's never fucked one. He's never fucked near one Dora Milaje.
He doesn't fuck them, but do they not get trained to be his concubines?
No, they get trained to be one of the people that he may marry, but he never takes a bride because they be young. They don't get trained to be his concubines. They get trained to be his future wives. The different tribes send their girls in and be like, yo, we want you to train them up knowing that they're going to be the warriors. But in history, the Black Panther, they would hope would take a wife from one of them. But his dad didn't do that. And he didn't do that. Probably because his dad didn't do that. I don't know what Grandpa did. I don't know what Grandpa did. I just know his pops took a wife that wasn't even in their fucking area, and they tried, and that was a freaking point of contention.
Was that the first wife?
The second wife. The first wife died.
The first wife died, but she was from
Wakanda.
Right.
And that's why the second wife, who Angela Bassett played, but they pretend that they don't have no first wife. They movied that shit.
That was smooth.
Yeah, I think what's the point of even having it? Because you're not gonna get into that storyline. Because the
right.
storyline was basically the people was hating on her because she was the second wife and she went from Wakanda, and that made her have that was an interesting story. But we don't need that for the films. That's the story for her own movie. I don't fucking know. We don't need none of that for the films. And the thing is, it mirrored when Storm became a thing with T'Challa because she felt the same way. Yeah, so that was when they got deeper in that. But when I'm saying in the film specifically, like when you look at how people was like saying, yeah, Killmonger we looked at as an anti-hero, and like we often was saying, not an anti-hero, just a fire-ass villain with a purpose. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas can be a villain and still have merit in what they do.
Look at Magneto. You know what I mean? Like that nigga had all the merit.
No anti-hero at all.
No, but you feel like
Punisher is an anti-hero.
And
because
shit.
Punisher won't kill someone that is innocent to complete his mission.
I think it comes down to I was having a back and forth because the thing is this status wound up getting all these Killmonger versus T'Challa things and all this other deep shit popping off. But one thing I thought when just on the anti-hero shit, I was like, bro, because nigga brought up Thanos, and I said, bro, Thanos is more of an anti-hero than Killmonger.
Yep.
And he was like, what you mean? I was like, he did worse. At the end of the day, he did worse than what Killmonger accomplished. But Thanos was not into it for personal gain. He really thought in his mind he was saving.
He was helping more than he was killing.
That's what he really thought. He might have been wrong.
Like the thing about Thanos, his whole thing was his ends didn't justify his means.
Right.
You know what I'm
I think intentions is what makes you the villain, the hero, the anti-hero. Actions really makes you the anti-hero because your anti-hero is basically a hero that's not doing it the right way.
You know, the thing about Killmonger is that he had no respect for life. You know what I'm saying? Anything against his mission.
It was all about him. And I think that's what makes him the villain.
Right.
It wasn't even because he spoke that about black people to charm your ass like good cult leaders do. But at the end of the day, he even said himself, nigga, if you're going against me, you murked.
Right.
You murked. And what that podcast made me see was like, now look at his actions specifically towards black women all throughout the movie. And I was like, damn, like that is like from the first chick he fucked, that was his girl. He killed her, to the old lady he rose up to to Shuri, each other. Like that was like throughout it. And then
throughout the movie, he was definitely super aggressive to to black women more than you would think since he was whole Black Panther and shit.
But he never had the mama. He not like it's like it really go into.
And that's what happened to his mama. They never go into that story, do it, huh?
No, they did not in the movie. And what I'm saying is just the mirror of seeing T'Challa. His whole freaking front line is women. His mama is his confidant. Shuri, who makes his weapons, it's like everything about him is like if you had no women, bro, you'd be kind of fucked. No. You know, the way the movie, because the comics are a little different too, but the way the movie portrays him. And I'm just saying,
say son, without women, the whole Wakanda will go down.
So it was an interesting mirror to see just why. Nah, man, Killmonger, you can't justify being a hero with that. But
the thing is, you know what I'm saying, is that why does he have so much disdain for black women like that? Like, is that the American thing that, you know, like, is that saying that too, that in America, we don't, you know, appreciate our black women like we do at home because of the way they've been devalued here as we are taught?
I mean, there's a lot, and you're not even necessarily wrong. You're not wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that can be taken from that.
I'm throwing at the wall, but at the same time,
no, there's a lot that can be taken from that, dog. Because like, even in these conversations with all these mofo's that was trying to be Killmonger, apologists to great degrees, like saying even if he was flawed, I don't care because I want to see black male rule. And even Paul was like, nigga, black male rule, like it was.
No, some niggas is like, some niggas want to be.
Where this part at? Keep going.
We always say it all the time, dog. Some niggas just want to, they don't want equality. They want to be the next oppressor. They just want their turn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't know why, dog, but some niggas really be hard up on some like black man runs everything shit, dog. And I'm like, that be the same niggas who like, dog, you know, quote Malcolm X in one book, but don't quote Malcolm X when he talk about black women. And it's so weird. It's like, you know, niggas like to cherry pick what they want just so they can get ahead, dog. Niggas love to cherry pick. And
two of the people that's replied under, oh, that's right. I want yeah. Yeah. And two people that replied under that really got me was, one is like, okay, John Le Carver hit me with, isn't it fair to say that his mistreatment of black women is yet another symptom of why so many empathize with him in the first place? People felt sorry for him because he was yet another black man in America not knowing his history. Isn't his mistreatment of black women another symptom? And I'm like, yeah. It's definitely a symptom. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Magneto saw his people get killed at an early age.
Murked.
You know what I'm saying?
And then for decades.
R.Kelly was touched as a child.
But you still got to answer for your actions.
Especially in adult form.
Especially when you're an adult. It's like all that shit's fucked up. When you start deciding to make these actions, these are your actions. You know what I mean?
Right,
but my girl,
I'm sorry I couldn't help you when you had what happened. But now we're here.
Right.
And this person's dead.
These people.
Right.
These people are dead.
This village of people are gone. And you gotta answer for that, dog. I mean, Killmonger, and lucky enough, Killmonger killed himself. Because who knows what kind of person he could have developed and became.
I mean, they're most likely bringing him back.
Of course he's gonna bring him back.
Yeah.
Kind of voodoo, focus magic.
Yeah.
You know
That's a thing that's happened in their lore with him.
Like he's gonna go to Haiti. And
he's gonna come back.
He's coming back. I'm not worried about him coming back. But I'm talking about like in a sense of like T'Challa.
He was such an amazing villain that he charmed the pants off of niggas. That's what really happened. He charmed niggas.
Not really. No, he ain't charmed me.
No, but you know, even if he ain't charmed you, you know what I'm saying. Like he had all the good quotables. He got to go out like a G. You hear me? You know what I mean? So he charmed niggas. They bought into his jargon.
I want to say,
like for real.
Killmonger was really a nigga that we're supposed to learn from, and niggas was like, no, that's the nigga I am. That's me. And I don't want to see me die.
He started a cult in the movie as a fictional character and didn't even realize in reality.
Old lady, niggas was like, man, I choke her ass too. She playing me out of place. You know what I'm saying?
Some chicks was like, ooh, I'm turned on. Like,
we ain't gonna get into the
what?
The weirdness of that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that shit is weird.
But my girl Ariadne came because at one point dude was saying one of the dudes under that post. I ain't like that's the thing though. Sometimes I make statuses that I think it's gonna be very simple, and then they wind up being all this other shit.
You gotta watch it, dog, because you think you boiling water, next thing you know you stirring pots.
Nigga, say that shit. But nigga. He said sometimes you think you boiling water, but nigga, you really stirring pots. But like one of these dudes always saying that like he wanted to see black men ruling the world because everyone else has and we haven't apparently.
Nigga, that's lies.
Boom, and my girl Ariadne came with the real. I'm not putting names out right now, son.
We put the heroes out, but we can't put the villains out.
I'm not throwing niggas under the buses, man. If you want to go on the wall of bats, you can go on the wall of bats, bro.
Right, what did the nigga say again? This nigga said, what, we never ruled ever?
Like black people have never like sat at the top of the world like other cultures have, other races have in history. And he brought up the Mongolians, he brought up these people and that people, and I'm like, bro, no man, there's been specific times in history.
So you gonna say fuck Egypt, right?
Nigga,
the whole like nine of like all the least stereotypical shit we know about Egypt. You gonna say fuck that, right?
And this is when black woman with her fucking knowledge came on the page and said, if I may, black men did rule the world alongside their women. The kingdoms of Mali, Songhai,
don't let her come through.
Asante Kingdom, what is now modern-day Ghana, Togo, Benin, ruled by Mansa Musa, West Africa, the kingdoms of Kemet, Egypt, Nubia.
Everything in Africa was ran by man, 98%.
No, it wasn't just ran by men. Like the fact that this is powerful blacks running the world.
I mean, like kings, like these are ran by.
But no, she didn't get into the women's side of it, dog. And then she said these kingdoms were in fact ruled by black African men and women. King Menelik II ruled Ethiopia for over 40 years, and it was said to have been one of the wealthiest, most stable monarchies at that time up until he died, and the throne passed to his nephew, Haile Selassie. I know that story too, who allowed Europeans to come in and overthrow him because of his desire to become an ally. But then the Moors ruled Europe for 700 years. We know about the Moors. We got like all the shit they brought. And like she's breaking down about how some of the women, though, the fact that T'Challa's reign as king and his entire existence was so deeply rooted in his alliance, love, and respect for the black woman is because the most successful kingdoms held their woman to the highest regard. Some women even ruled as kings. Queen had the what's her name? Queen had the Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut, I think that's what it is. Queen Hatshepsut was a whole pharaoh. No, the information here you will not be accurately found by Google. You need to go to your nearest library and research this information for yourself. That's the only way to avoid the misinformation floating around the net. Bro, I was like, girl, then she came back. She said, this is Menelik. She came back with pictures and shit. And niggas
ain't gotta lie to you about this shit.
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Selassie, people, actually seen him today, like still living there. He spoke at Dillard.
Son.
He spoke at Dillard University, son.
But
it's not like these niggas are fictional, you know what I'm saying? It's not like she pulling shit out of her ass.
But it's just the misinformation that motherfuckers learn. Because that's another thing I was speaking on when I was making my lesson plans yesterday. I was getting drove because I was like, bro, it's fucked up that you're like, okay, right now I got to teach a lesson about George Washington Carver, and I think it's fucked up that most people just know him as the peanut butter man. And he didn't never make peanut butter.
He never made peanut butter.
He made over 300 uses of the peanut.
He was allergic to peanut butter.
You feel me? He made over 300 uses, but he also like invented so many other things. He also like revolutionized the fucking sweet potato. He said he did so many things. But when you look at him, when you look at the Hidden Figures movies, you look at all these things, they really leave out people. But I'm like, damn, even the people they don't leave out, they teach wrong. I think that's even more fucked up. It's bad enough that you only focus on the same motherfuckers only for one specific month, but then you ain't gonna teach us them right?
George Washington Carver, the nigga with the peanut butter.
Bruh.
That's what it be like, dog. But the real talk, son.
No black people ever ruled.
Like, dog,
take it to the bank.
My nigga, your education was fucked up, son. And
a
your
lot of
home
people,
school was fucked up. A lot of people, dog. You know what?
That's what sucks.
I want to say this right now, dog. I am very blessed to live in New Orleans because we still hold on to a lot of our roots. Even though some people, even in this city, don't know as much, this city is so engulfed in our roots still that it's not too hard to get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like right now, you had your girl who's from here who dropped the Nas like that. And
Well, she dropped that bit. I was
like, but boom, like what? This, nigga, this is second thought, nigga. What? I can throw this out of my sleep.
Yeah, man.
But with the fact that we have such a black neighborhood that's so deep into its roots, a lot of places in the South and a lot of places that became metropolitan don't have that anymore. So their roots are actually so far to grass too. That's why when people come
unless
in
you want it.
Right, you gotta want it.
Yeah.
And we live it and breathe it.
Right, because you can't help it here. Like, you know what I mean? I hear what you're saying. And there's a lot of spots in the South that's like that.
But you gotta find them. They ain't got a whole city. They got an area in their city that's still like
I'm saying the South versus the North. You will find more spots in the South that can connect you to like black history things and roots. You know what I mean?
The only place you're gonna find black history that connects to the South and up north is in New York.
New York, because they got the whole Harlem Renaissance situation and like there's so much.
That's one of the major passports.
Culture,
you know
yeah.
Like you're not gonna find in California because a lot of niggas from the South went to California. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of left the South. Niggas didn't come straight to California. No, that did not happen. That was too far of a trip.
History is just history's trippy, son. Especially when you like do what she said, like don't just depend on an article. Like go to the library, get to the roots of shit. That's one thing I am glad about being my side of the millennial spectrum of remembering card catalogs, remembering going to libraries, remembering actual encyclopedias, the books. We had like a whole my grandma had volumes. We had volumes in the house. Like we had encyclopedias in the house. You feel me? And anytime you need something, grandma be like go to boom 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 boom, like open the book. Research is not foreign to us in the same vein that some of these new people.
A book, like I don't go into too many people's houses that are young, and they have bookshelves like that.
True.
My mother had a bookshelf that was at least 3 levels high. You know what I'm saying? Not 3 stories, but 3 levels of like shelves high, and like at least 10 to 12 feet in the air, 6 feet wide. And that was like her other books. That wasn't even like all her books, dog. But she kept a collection of books, and there was so many from like novels to medicine. History, black history, black, you know, cartoons, and I just don't know what I think. The internet at this day and age, the one thing about us as millennials is that some of us, especially in the younger side of millennials, rely too much on what the internet can tell us instead of actually having like this in our homes that we can go to and talk that's been here before the internet.
On the flip side, to piggybacking off exactly that too, they believe and rely on the internet a bit too much, at face value too much. Yeah. Like, cause the thing is, internet does have everything that you might ever want, but you got to ask the right questions. And a lot of times, nigga ask one question, get the first or second answer, run with that shit, and think they know something when they got all kind of connectors and other contexts and nuances and such that goes into.
To continue on with that.
All of it.
Niggas will ignore 50 facts that say the opposite of what they believe, but find that one thing that goes with what they believe and count that to be true.
To that, yup. Real. You hear me? Because I often say something. I think we've often said this on the podcast, dog. You got to look up the other side of your question. You got to look up the opposing angle.
The rebuttal.
The rebuttal. Because then how you going to have one? I got to know what the opposite said. Like, that's a simple thing in debate. Anybody's ever been in a debating thing.
Like, debating, like, you didn't know debating.
They teach you that. Like, you got to know
your weakness.
You got to know what the other side going to say. There's a word for it when you recant their thing and then use it against them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's called the 8 Mile effect.
It's not the 8 Mile effect, nah, man. But it's a word we learned in that fucking class about that, about how, you know what I mean, that's why you always gotta be up on what they're saying. If like we said this on side A, you can't just believe everybody to agree with you, and that's the whole story.
No, dog. But you gotta have an answer to their question before they ask the question, because you gotta know their question before they even say it.
Well, before they come with it, gotta be shot down.
That's the best thing about debate, dog. It's like you only gotta know your opponent. You gotta know the weakness of yourself and be able to expose that before they do, and show that it's not as weak as their weakness. I
said that's how I come down. Like when I see it on Facebook. You hear me? Sometimes I make long statuses just so I could cover my ass for any possible thing, and somebody's still gonna find something. But like I feel like I avoided small arguments off of just wording it in a specific way, because then sometimes I just might throw like a 1 or 2 liner out. And then I got all this bullshit. I didn't even say that. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
But you know what's funny sometimes that when I throw a 1 or 2, I throw a lot of 1 or 2 liners out, maybe like a 4 or 5 liner, because the thing is, like
now see, when it's 4 or 5, you've explained yourself more so.
I mean,
I'm saying when you throw a 1 or 2 liner out on something that's hot, people can take that 1 or 2 different ways.
Like the one time I made a joke and I said, you know what I'm saying, we all got a little bit of gay in us.
Oh, that went crazy, boy.
That
bit went left.
I had people calling me, telling me, Joseph, are you coming out on us? And I'm just looking like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I think that I love doing that because y'all, I need to like, my part, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, but at the same time, y'all need to understand that, my nigga, what world do y'all think y'all live in? Y'all, the people are calling me, y'all actually know me. So for when I put this on Facebook, the thing is, the fact you should know how I'm coming, but you think that we live in 2 different worlds. You think there's a Facebook world me and a this world me.
I mean, but that's the thing that, okay, I'm gonna play lightweight devil's advocate on that. I guess they're saying that there's a lot of people that be on the DL for years that pretend like they're straight. So if you decide to come out on Facebook, it's not necessarily that far-fetched in today's climate to do if they didn't have, if you've been playing the DL role. You know,
or if I want to make it public, what other platform?
Yeah, so I can see why someone would come like that. I'm more on the lines of, when I see that, like, I feel what you're saying, since I'm your nigga on the level of love. When I see you put up that status, everybody got to look gay, and we all got to look gay in this. I'm not thinking Joseph coming out. First, I'm thinking, who he quoting right now? Like, that was my first thought. I felt like you were quoting something that was said or something. Because then you put an LOL on it, too, or some shit. And so I was like, who is he quoting?
The thing is, and I wasn't quoting anybody, but the thing is, I was, like, making a joke about something. But the thing is, I definitely I wanted to bring awareness, a question of, what is he talking about? What does he mean? But I want to self-reflect out of that.
But my second thought wasn't, my thought never went to that you were gay. Right. It went to okay, that talk about the spectrum. I felt like, okay, maybe he's making a reference to how they say it's a spectrum. Everybody falls on different spots. Some people are quote unquote more gay than others. You know what I'm saying? So, but it didn't go to, let me call this nigga up. He coming out on the net.
Right. Let me check this nigga immediately.
I thought you came out on the net.
And D thought you came out on the net. Well, there you have it.
That's how he knows me, you know what I'm saying? Apparently, secretly, he thinks I'm in the closet.
Nope, I think it just go back to niggas be on that DL hard.
I mean,
I didn't judge you. I just thought you were coming out.
Why have I showed you any other reason that they'll make me want to come out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well,
my nigga.
No, I can't get mad at you. That's how it is.
He said, He said, yep.
But I don't judge you. I love you.
Shut up, bitch. I'm coming out.
I know you're not coming out, but at the time, I thought you
I just feel like you got your arms open right now. It's like this, like.
He's saying it's okay. He's just saying it's okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's okay, man. And it is okay.
It's okay. I love you.
Just bring it in, bro. Bring it in.
Man, can we get started shit off, man? Who are we?
Welcome to the FlyWithBats podcast, episode 73, side B. It's that actor guy, Martin Bass Bradford. You can find me on Facebook as Martin Bass Bradford, but on all your other social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell that Mr. Outer. You ain't gonna find me. And for side B, I'm in this bit with my brothers.
Don't panic, I'm present. It's your boy D Mac, and you can follow me on Instagram, FrenchBread.kid. And you can also follow my clothing line at YouDig504, which is also on Instagram. And everything is going pretty swimmingly with both of those things. And yeah, I'm here for side B.
Bro, it's funny. Side A, we started like it was side B, and side B, we started
like side A, right? Tripping.
Passe wine, it's your boy AlphaJoe, fresh out of the gumbo, still deep in the root. And if you're out in the streets and you're looking for me, you can find me on IG AlphaJoe, no E, 504, bitch. And for 73 side B, fuck Lamar.
Well, okay. There's that. Yeah, we're also in this bitch, as you normally say.
We always in this bitch.
Yeah, man. But like, yeah, man, welcome, man. Thank y'all for, tuning in, man. Hit us up at FlyWithBats@gmail.com. We always say we want you to be part of the conversation.
Yeah, come talk to us.
Come talk to us. Any commentaries and the like, man.
Talk to me.
Come on. I really wanna. Wait, somebody hit me up recently that listened to that episode recently, even though it was a while ago, and they told me where they landed. And I forgot who it was now, and I just thought that was so funny that, damn, you just heard that episode. Thanks for listening. That's cool. But then on the flip, you took inside shit. You told me, but I forgot. So let me know again, person, if you're listening still.
If you're listening right.
You know what I'm saying?
Come and talk to me.
Or...
can we talk
for a minute? Yep. I'll be between those two. That's always gonna be happening.
Yep.
That's always gonna be
happening.
happening.
Can I talk to you, or can we talk for a minute? That should be if we ever do another podcast, it should be called that. Can we talk for a minute?
Oh God, who's calling me? This is my ringer.
Roof.
That's because that's how I feel when motherfuckers be calling me.
That's
how I feel.
It's either that or it's the bells from like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The bells.
Yeah.
I did not like that movie.
Me either. I'm not a fan.
Really?
Not a fan. I did not like the Disney.
I loved it.
I would love to see it live though.
They may do that.
That's that one I think live will look tight.
Don't put it past. But like, yeah, for side B, man, we usually started off with that ETOUFEE of the day, which is like, usually some heavier topics than we choose to like to get into on side A, even though sometimes they can. Okay, Facebook. Sometimes they go back and forth, apparently. Right. After the ETOUFEE of the day, we get into that dose of NoLA'MURICA,
which is your friendly reminder of just where we live and just what the fuck we be dealing with.
Ouch. Yeah. There's that NOOO HA.
Bitch, I knew you lie.
So we find some crazy stories going on or some weird stories going on out here in America, out here in these streets to, brighten up the place, because at times ETOUFEE get a little heavy. You might need a little what they call that? That's not dessert, because dessert is more of a hero highlight. Appetizer more like the starter.
So what, before the ETOUFEE?
I mean, after you have a heavy meal, what do you need?
A salad.
I guess. Some soup.
Like,
but
because, real talk though, after you eat a heavy meal, you get them greens to help flush out your system.
But don't people usually eat salads before their meals?
Most people eat it after their meal.
Nah, restaurants serve it before.
What?
Yes.
What?
Well, maybe that's me that always wants it after.
About to say, restaurants always will give you the salad to hold you to your meal.
All right, so maybe we should be eating salad before the meal then.
Huh?
We do eat salad before the meal.
That's what I'm saying usually happens.
Like maybe we should call it that, like salad or something. I don't know.
Well, I don't need no salad. We got appetizer. We good with the starters. I'm just saying. I was just trying to find the word. You try to change the format of the show.
I'm trying to change the format of food, period. Look like fuck.
After that, we get to that hero highlight, man. Fuck.
We take the time to shine light on someone who's doing good. In the word of pure D, fuckery.
Fuckery.
All types of fuckery.
And then we holler at y'all. We salute y'all until the next couple of Cuddlers.
To infinity and beyond.
Before we do all that, man, we holler at the scroll. The scroll, our brother sister podcast, our friend podcast we fuck with, podcasts we listen to, and such. Podcasts that are still around, that have not faded into the oblivion. One of my man D-Mac's favorite words.
Yes.
Such as the Your 30 podcast with the Arrogant Observer and Marty Edwards.
Your hour and a half podcast.
Yeah, right. The Your hour,
90.
The Your 90 podcast. You gotta go to that. Y'all gonna have to do that at some point. And shouts out to Marty Edwards, even though he's AlphaJoe's enemy between the Your 30 and the FlyWithBats. We connect on the Reviewing Dat podcast, which you can also catch on this feed. We'll review TV shows, films, and all kind of other shit. And we talk about it. It's a song, little cool little thing, man. Check it out. Also on the Reviewing Dat podcast is Fat Girl Nola J. Steele, who's also a co-host on the Misbelieve Radio Show podcast, which is hosted by DC Paul. Find him at Who is DC Paul. Also co-hosted by Malik the Historical Geek, Oshun SL, and us. After that, We'll Figure This Out podcast with Jay Skills, Leader to God, Key, Four Misses in the Mic podcast, Therapy Noir podcast, On the Lake podcast, who just dropped a new one that I gotta listen to. Cool. Thank you for being on iTunes now, so I get your updates. I know you're dropping something, motherfuckers. Sugar Sass and Sarcasm podcast, who also just dropped a new one. What's up, Kane? And her sisters. Ow.
I need to go listen to their podcast.
Sugar Sass and Sarcasm. 50420 podcast, the Fuck What You Heard podcast, the Metal Hand of God podcast, the No Dope on Sundays podcast, the Home Video Hustle podcast, and the Living Millennial.
In the 2000s gone world, I'm glad I've got my person.
My proper pronoun.
My they.
I'm glad I got the world.
Yeah, right. So with no more advice, man. Let's get into that ETOUFEE.
Kick that shit.
Panther got his first gun, he ready to murder. He out of control like a swole on bourbon. I don't even drink, if I see you, I ain't see you. Nah, I don't even blink, nah, I don't even think that I'm here. But if I see you and I like you, I'ma smile. Is this really who I am, huh? Then versus now, life is too wild. This shit is out of hand. I'm just trying to live, but y'all don't give a damn. I'm just trying to be cool, I don't wanna lose my work, lose my mind, lose my spine, lose my shirt. But if you know me, then you know I go berserk. Then you know I go berserk. Then you know I go berserk. Head first, I'm just chillin'.
Hello? Anybody can be my nigga, man. To be real, everybody a nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? I say my nigga all the time. You know, I be a white dude, black dude, you know what I'm saying? Don't matter who it is. I just be like, yo, what's good, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like, nigga, that's just a word, bro. Like, we can't, the word only have as much power as you put to it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tap into a deeper level, you know what I'm saying? Think higher.
Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Yeah. Let the white kid say nigga. Hey. They probably gon' say it anyway. Right. They already say it every day. Yeah. White girls ain't tripping, boo. No. White man be my nigga too. Yeah. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Hey. Let the white kid say nigga. Yeah. They probably gon' say it anyway. Right. They already say it every day. Yeah. White girls ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. I don't fight hate with hate, no. Keep the hate out my face. People be so amazed. Why? By what I'm about to say. Okay. Everybody is a nigga. Oh, what? White, black, yellow, brown. Really? Skin color don't matter. What? You can still be down. I ain't never been racist. Yeah. I ain't never been dumb. Either smart or you stupid. You can only pick one. Started out Pangea. Yeah. Then the continental drift. Different sides of the equator. Now we look like this. Yeah. My brother, my sisters. Don't we all bleed red? Don't we all shit brown? Yeah, you heard what I said. Yeah. So what he said, nigga. Am I supposed to get mad? No. No, my favorite color green. What? Can it help me get a bag? Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Yeah. Let the white kid say nigga. Hey. They probably gon' say it anyway. Right. They already say it every day. Yeah. White girls ain't tripping, boo. No. White man be my nigga too. Yeah. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Hey. Let the white kid say nigga. Yeah. They probably gon' say it anyway. Right. They already say it every day. Yeah. White girls ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. What would Martin Luther King say? What would Martin Luther King do? Had a dream about white women. Got me feeling like a king too. Free at last, free at last. Got friends tell them come through. One white girl, one black. Bust two nuts, 1, 2. Can we all get along? What has the world come to? I just think we should love. We should kick it like kung fu. Why do we fight over coloring? Them are Crips and Republicans. We should focus on some other shit, like improving the government. You ain't no different from me. Ain't you from Adam and Eve? You can say nigga with me. Don't you be trying to be mean? Got the blood of a king. It ain't no hate in my heart. I forgive y'all ancestors. Can't let it tear us apart. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. Well, you got so much left to it. This shit is so catchy. I kinda fuck with it. I hate this song, but I fuck with the beat, dog. It nigga like, boy, we can really turn shit into sugar. Or at least try to sell it and dress that bitch up in a sugar bag at least. But this is pure shit.
I guess I got all kind of opinions about this. I feel like I have like every manner of opinions about this song. Like, I have to say, if all right, wait a minute, wait. Hold on, let me
process.
Let me process. Like, I have to honestly say that if this nigga created this on his own, he's a genius. I don't think he made this on his own. Like, I think there are a lot of other influences behind it, but it's problematic for a myriad of reasons. Number one, it's too catchy, and people like take music and they absorb it. Like, no matter even if you're not trying to, like, music is it's very potent. It has lots of power, especially when it's catchy like that. No matter what the lyrical content might be, i.e. 16 and under. Like, that shit got past us when it normally wouldn't.
For people that don't know, he's referring to the R.Kelly rap lyric when he said, I want my girls 18 and over or 16 and under. And that was on a hit song.
Yeah.
On the track, I Like That Crotch on You.
And it, like, really slid through because it was very musical. But anyway, to stay on topic, so it's very musical. It's very, like, trendy. Like, he sounds just like Offset. He sounds like Amigos. Like, it's Amigos track. Like, it's very modern. So, like, people are going to pay attention to this, like, hard up. And whenever you see a nigga saying it's okay for white people to say nigger, you know, that's white people's favorite fucking sauce. You know, they love seeing us saying that y'all can say
this
nigger.
This played in the white clubs.
Yeah, like, they're gonna play this.
My nigga, even when you look at the opening visual, when him and the white boy going back and forth, he say nigga like it's normal because that's how niggas are.
Yeah.
The white boy cannot help but smile.
Yeah.
He cannot help but smile. And nigga, you supposed to be like, if you trying to have any type of, you know, intelligence in your video, this dumbass video, you know what I mean? At the very least, the white boy should be mirroring you. Yeah. And if nigga ain't nothing but a word, how you try to be sweato deep, then...
I mean, he starts out with the Confederate flag.
Look at the dude. He starts smiling. Yeah. He's so happy to be able to say nigga.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Yeah.
Right,
and like, it's like I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to take power away from the word, which I think at some point does need to happen.
Power away from who though with the word, like?
Let me finish. Calm down. He's also like touching, like he's like using a lot of tools in the song also. Like, we all come from Adam and Eve. Like, he's playing the Christian thing, slick side. The only color that matters is green. Like, we all want some money, right? Like I see what he's doing. Like, he's putting up this for, well,
he's all lives mattering.
Yeah, he's like
all lives mattering the movement right now. This is an all lives matter rap song.
Yeah, basically, if I could just like sum it up, that's exactly what I read this as. It's just all lives matter.
I don't see color.
To me, this is the new version of that boy who came out with that song about you know what I'm talking about?
John and Lucas joint.
Yeah.
But it's worse.
Yeah, well, this is more hood. The other one was like racist or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, that was bad. But what I think what makes this even worse is he makes, like, John and Lucas had nuance in that song, but it was in the wrong direction. How we say the J. Cole line, you went the wrong way with that shit. You feel me? He ain't got no nuance. He's being a nigger himself. He's being a coon. Why? So he has us wearing a costume. So a do-rag is the black man costume. So a little white boy walk around with a do-rag. Now he black. He get the struggle. He ain't got no privilege. It's like, you know what I mean? That, like, Jordan at least had some intelligence within his fuckery. This shit just feel like, nigga, you not smart. You don't know. You not educated enough to even make this topic.
I think that when I watched this, I think that he didn't know how big he was going to... Part of him thinking he was going to get viral because of what he's saying, but I think that his thought process writing the song was because the white boys in his neighborhood that he allowed to say nigga.
And he's simple.
Was definitely made to go viral. Like, check the production.
I mean, I think all these people hope they go viral, but I don't think I don't think that he's trolling. You know what I mean? Some motherfuckers do shit like this and be trolling. I think he really thought, well, like you said, I got white niggas, and you know, I got this way of thinking of, well, you know, we all the same. Without, because that's when you detach from some older head or somebody being like, look, this is why it's not cool. Look at our history. This is the reason. People, this is what privilege is. This is why no matter what, it's like you and your, like, y'all seen Blind Spotting? Have you seen Blind Spotting?
We watched it.
Me and you watched it. Have you ever seen it, D? Yeah, you saw it. You said that shit's fire. It's like in Blind Spotting when both him and his white nigga jumped that dude. But he went to jail because he black and the white nigga served no time. No, the white kid can't say nigga because he ain't. He ain't a nigga, son. When it come down to when it's time to be a nigga, who gonna get the punishment of being a nigga? Y'all never gonna get the punishment of being a nigga, dog. That's why it's like one of those things where, like, I feel what you saying, D, on certain power need to be taken from the word. But then I will still piggyback and say, but they still can't say it though.
I would never be okay with them saying it. You know, like that's gotta be on the table. But
always.
Like, one other problem with that whole concept is, though, the meaning of the word nigger is like trying to be changed from what it means when white, like, they got some people that think nigger is just like a word for dude or guy,
which it is. It's like, to me, dictionary, 1, 2, 3, they got multiple definitions.
Yeah, but it's like, it just seems like they're trying to make that the primary meaning of the word versus what the meaning of the word is used mostly in the power structure.
Right. No, you're right. And what I would say to that is fine for black people. You feel me? I like that is because I understand what you said. Because us as black people, we call all races niggas. We call all genders niggas.
Yeah.
Everybody's
the only thing that was true in that whole goddamn statement was everybody a nigga vernacular wise.
Right.
Vernacular wise.
Like,
I will call a thing a nigga, right?
Yes.
I will call any, like, nigga is just a nigga. But when it comes to when you say the power structure that we all live in, son, it can't ever go to the dominant.
Just mean that.
That's because we kind of let it slide with other minorities, even though it's like there's a tinge of you don't go to this school, bruh. But you know what I mean, you go to school similar. Our organization's owned kind of by the same, you know what I mean, people. So we ain't gonna whoop your ass for saying it. Hispanic person, Indian person, Asian person.
It just looks weird.
But it's weird. But white person, no.
It looks weirder. This one looks weird to me when they're not American. Because when they say it, they be sounding so weird out their mouth. It's like damn.
What you mean not American? You talking specifically about immigrants?
Like not immigrants that are that say nigger. You know
What immigrants say nigga?
The fucking dudes at the gas station say nigga all the time.
I feel like they're American raised, a lot of them, dog. They like their dad, they second generation.
All those dudes aren't immigrants. Like, you can say that like around like after the hurricane, like 05, 06.
And that was Hispanic motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was when they really first started coming in. Like, New Orleans never had like that strong contingent of like Spanish people.
Like, we had Arabs, but not the Hispanics. We had that many Arabs, but the Hispanic population jumped.
We had some, right? Like, we had some. They were definitely present.
West Bank specifically, a lot of Arab people was on that West Bank. That's what Brothers started on the West Bank. They got that money after Katrina and expanded.
Brothers is a chicken gas station spot in New Orleans and local parts of the West Bank.
Yeah. We could. I think they expanded past New Orleans. They didn't get in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I mean,
but like after Katrina though, like that was when like they were out here, like.
But to me, it still wasn't the Arabs. A lot of them Americanized, dog. Like their parents was the immigrants. But like you said, them Hispanics that came through, a lot of them was workers that came with their peoples and made that money. I remember teaching at the time. A lot of students ain't know no fucking English. Right. Like, they know none. And it's trippy about how kids' minds work. Because by the end of the year, them niggas was them. I guess it'll be them. They kids saying nigga because they was in. They was in, son. Yeah.
I applaud. Number one, I'm gonna say this off the top. I applaud any person who can speak more than one language, especially if like you are, decently fluent in your second language. Like you speak Spanish, but you come to America and you learn that shit enough to know how to have a genuine conversation. I applaud that. Number one, because
you applaud basically the rest of the entire world.
Yep, because most of them speak more than one language.
Yeah, like we're the ones who don't know how to talk.
We're also the ones with the finger on the button. So speak that language, motherfucker. Can you speak it? Can you speak that? Do you understand me now? Push, dead. Do you understand that, nigga? Well, America.
Well, shouts out to our listeners in Sweden. That was a joke.
Love everybody, you know what I'm saying?
That was a joke.
We love, what's Switzerland is a
neutral.
It's neutral. So
They neutral. But like that is weird. What D said, like we're the dumb ones.
Yeah, we are the dumb ones. I want to go back to the original point of like who's saying nigga.
Oh yeah.
Like I think the darker you are, the more easy it is to hit on my ears.
Maybe.
When you're from a different race.
Maybe. I've never thought about that, but I think there's merit.
You know what I'm saying? When I went to Miami and them niggas were saying nigga and it was super dark. You know what I'm saying?
It was like Hispanic blacks,
Yep.
Latinx.
But to keep it G, you dig? I sometimes don't say it as much because if niggas don't really know me, I don't say around niggas I don't know because they don't see me as black off the dump. You know what I'm saying? Or even when I do come off and say things, they see me, don't see me white anymore or a lighter version, but they don't see me as black. So certain times, like I gotta throw out nigga when I know they feel comfortable with me. You dig? And that's the thing. I gotta figure out when I say it because some niggas they be like, nigga, like that time with that man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That man who was going to, when I was walking with Whiteness and I was telling the conversation, and I said the word something, I was like something, and I looked directly at him and I said it, but I wasn't talking about him, and he wanted to fight me, and I was like, my nigga, chill. He's like, I'm not your nigga.
That do sound familiar. When that happened? I remember that lightweight. But
honestly though, you know what?
I'm about to say, go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, man, but it's just something I actually thought about recently. With us in this country, like as far as being African Americans, like I've been finding lately that we don't even say the word nigga as much as we probably used to. Like we still say it, but like we don't ever try to say it.
Like
say
it as much as they say it.
More often than not, we're using all the other words, man, son, homie, like
bruh,
a lot.
I think it depends on environment.
I think so too.
Because I think you invite these other motherfuckers to say it if you say it a lot around them versus when you get with your niggas.
That's what I'm about to say, Lo. But like what I do see is like people from outside races, they use it a lot. And it kind of comes across as like they're enjoying saying the word.
Yeah.
Like they like really kind of make themselves say it. Like I be seeing, like it doesn't come off natural at all. Like it's still like...
Aside from them niggas that's specifically raised around niggas that let them say that
and
shit.
Even then...
That let them say that
them
shit.
Them niggas, it don't come off as natural.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm not even thinking about the white boys. I'm thinking about like, you know, your Hispanic niggas,
Hispanic
Joe.
dudes.
Whoever he around. He been growing around niggas. He been getting called a nigga so much that he think he a nigga. You know what I mean? There's certain contexts that play. But I know exactly.
He is a nigga that speaks Spanish.
But I'm saying, I'm thinking, D, you're talking about the motherfuckers that ain't grow around that one hood and they saying nigga this. And that's the ones that bother me because you have a choice. In many ways, the way that we grew up, we were socialized, that word was used to the point that we don't even realize half the time when we're saying it.
Right.
Yeah, so as I come in,
but I feel like they don't have that.
No,
though.
that's my
I
point.
Like
That's what I'm getting to. That's my point.
How they're saying it at all times.
I'm saying that's my issue with them is the fact that nigga, you have a choice, and you choose to say it knowing that this history.
Like your brain says, I'm about to say nigger.
Right, because that's what frustrates me at times about our elite black people who be on this, I'm looking down on you if you say nigger because none of us should say nigger. And I'm like, dog, you can't make that call because we talking about psychology at this point.
Nigga,
We're talking about conditioning at this point.
You gonna come at me down for that because you eat honey wheat?
It's not even just about that. You're not forced to eat bunny bread. I'm not saying we're forced to say nigga, but what I'm saying is certain things are so ingrained that you can't make that call for everybody. Because some people aren't even where we are, how we're having the conversation, and we say nigga. They got people like this nigga, let the white kids say nigga, who ain't got no education, and they're not like. So I don't want to police black people like that, dog. Especially ones that
it's the word that we had to flip to have our own psychosis, so we wouldn't be ingrained to be thought of as like something less than.
All of that's part of it, but what you saying about y'all niggas, y'all white boys, especially y'all motherfuckers out here that's growing up in these rural environments, in these suburban environments, y'all hearing it on fucking raps, and now you want to think you could be justified. And to me, this is who this song goes towards to let them feel validated. Correct. And that pisses me the fuck off, boy. Correct. You a black nigga, dog. None of them white boys that you're referring to, D, ever gonna see jail time if they get in the exact same situation that this nigga would see jail time that's making this dumbass song would have. Yeah. And I'm like, son, you know what I mean? And what bothers me too, Joe, is what you said at the top of this is this bitch catchy as fuck. Like, D, you made a note of it, but you said that from the dumb, Joe, and it would piss me off was this song been on my head since I heard it. Since I heard this song, it be in the back of my head. And it's like, I'm hearing it in my head. And I'm like, man, it's like some Pied Piper shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, man, this is fucked up because it's like, I don't fuck with the video. I don't fuck with the song. Because
that bitch is ringing in your
fucking dome. Because one thing about it too, son.
music is so science. You know what I'm saying?
As I said, though, music is powerful, though. Like, that is a major, like, that's one of my major problems with the whole thing. Like, you made this shit extra musical. Like,
but that's what you got to do. That's his point. That's what he does. He's an artist.
I understand, but I mean, look at how you're using your that.
He doesn't know that his intent is gonna have the impact it's gonna have.
Right. He think he right. He think he right. He ain't doing no setup shit. That's what bothers me. I would be mad if he was a troll, but even more so it's like, dog, he really think he doing something deep. But what pisses me off too is even when you get to the selection part.
The thing is, he does kick the Confederate flag and all that. I do all of this. The one thing I do, like, he stumps the Confederate flag, he even moonwalks on it. But like,
that to me is like, you should have just stumped on it. Then that's why you moonwalk.
Right.
Oh no, he stumps on it later.
But
he moonwalks on that bitch, too.
Yeah, but at the very beginning, he wrapped himself in it.
Yeah.
That's the part, that was kind of weird.
But what I'm saying on top of all of it, even we get intellectualize what you actually decide to say in the song. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you start off trying to be quasi deep and talk about words is just words and all this and all that. But you blowing me when it's like, okay, then we get into your lyrics, and your lyrics is saying shit like, yeah, Martin Luther King, what would he say? I had me a dream about a white woman, made me feel like a king. Like, what?
Now listen.
That's why we should let the white kids say nigga, because you like white bitches? Like, what the fuck?
Let me tell you something, son.
We all the same. We're not all the same. We do not experience this country the same way. You like sound like the people like I don't see color. No, see my color. Just respect it. Don't hate me for it. I hate them bitches that act like if we all saw each other as humans, that would solve things. No, we all come from different backgrounds. We have different cultures, and our cultures are beautiful. So we ain't got to motherfucking pretend like we don't see them. Just don't hate each other for them. Don't look down on a nigga for them. You perpetuating some bullshit, little boy. That's going to get your ass killed. Not like by niggas hating on you, but by you thinking in your brain that you're on equal playing field, and then you go to the wrong spot, think you the wrong way, and then the niggas remind you, no, you're the nigger. You're the nigger to them. In that context of the term.
Right, because even though the white boys are acting like the niggas they looking for, you the nigga they gonna get.
Exactly, my nigga.
What would Martin Luther King say?
Like, what?
Why? Number one, I hate when anybody goes to that. Number two, what, you really said that and thought like what Martin Luther King was said about white folks saying niggas?
White people love that, bro. White people love that.
But yeah, but specifically, of all the wickets, like they always pull that Martin Luther King shit for getting that.
That's their favorite
but
part of the
peace,
flow.
you dealing with peace and like coming together.
But he also had a radical nature specifically right before he died that they don't even be talking about.
True too.
But to the context of what specifically.
What would he say about white folks saying niggas?
You go whoop it on nigga? Of all the things you go whoop it on nigga?
I can see if he said, what about us sitting at the table of brotherhood together?
They were actually beaten called nigga. Martin Luther King comes from the time when it was actually a weapon.
Well, Martin Luther King didn't like the word nigga himself.
Bruh.
He don't even like niggas to say nigga.
Bruh.
So he gonna ask Martin Luther King what he felt about white folks saying nigga?
Anybody from that era? I could not imagine asking.
What Malcolm X would say?
What would Al Sharpton say?
What Huey Newton say?
What would Carl Stokely Carmichael say?
What did Angela Davis say?
What Harriet Tubman say? Can these white people call you a nigga, Harriet? Can they call you a nigga?
Because it's all about that green?
Because of Pangea. We all shit brown. That's your defense.
Well, nigga, I shit black.
You bitch.
We take shits. That's your fucking
Oh
defense?
my God.
Right.
He was
We
this.
take shits, nigga. We all bleed red.
Aren't we all the same?
I don't fight hate with hate. Bitch is gonna beat you up.
Don't worry. Hate gonna beat the love up, dog. He's gonna beat the love out of you.
Oh my God. And, oh no, he got one of the most notorious lines he said. He said, I forgive your ancestors. I can't let that tear us apart.
Is this video on YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
How many
it is.
views does it?
No, that bitch viral, son.
It's viral,
We're talking
it's
about it.
millions.
It's
I want to see
It's
the
like in the
video.
millions. It's in the millions.
I want to see like
I wanna see
how
the
high
comments.
the millions.
This not
I
that
wanna-
one.
I
This
wanna see
the
the comments.
this one got 43,000, but they got a few of them.
Like, oh, okay.
You know what I mean? There's multiple. Like I just clicked on this one, but there's
He
multiple.
doesn't have like an official channel or some shit like that. Like I'm sure he has to. Right?
Leakavelli. Let's find his dumbass name is Leakavelli, by the way.
Leakavelli.
Leakavelli.
But listen, young man, I like your flow.
He tried.
I think you should channel your energy somewhere else.
He sounds like Migos.
I mean,
That's why you
know,
like it.
I like him. I like.
Yeah, you like it because he sounds like somebody you like. That's
Right.
true. That's true.
I like it because I like it.
I know you
Okay.
like it.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Migos, whether it's not, I like it. You know what I'm saying? If I like the Migos, then I also like Future. And if I like Future, I like Gucci Man. You know what I'm saying? We can go back and date these niggas who like the who likes, but I just think that nigga should redirect himself. Like he could make something out of it.
You right?
But the thing is, you know what you was doing.
Oh my God, he has an
You know what you
EP.
was
His
doing.
EP is called Martin Leacavelli King Jr.
Cancel this nigga.
He is absolutely
Stop rapping,
serious.
son. Stop rapping. I don't know why you got this fascination with Martin Luther King like this.
That's the one thing I will have to give him, son.
Oh wow, this picture.
He really thinks that he's doing right in his mind.
I'm bringing us together.
But it's whack.
Word, nigga.
It's not right. Someone has to educate the young brother.
niggas.
Somebody
Yes,
got to educate him, son.
Only
But how come they ain't showing me his they ain't sending me? Because that's the thing. The song is a year old. The video just came out.
So that song is a whole year old.
The song a year old, but he dropped the video like a couple of weeks ago.
And that's what's gonna make it viral.
And that's how come it's viral now.
Yeah, visuals.
So yeah,
Whoa, Martin Luther King.
I can't. For some reason, it ain't bringing me to what I'm trying to get to on this motherfucker.
Last night I had a dream.
Oh my God,
Two bitches had me feeling like a king.
son! I had a dream about a white chick. She had me feeling like a king, son. Like that whole.
The whole scheme, dog.
Euro standard
them
of
white niggas was
fucking
fucking that boy
nigga.
up, son. Because I'm pretty sure, and a few lame ass dark black niggas, because I can only imagine.
All right, so this one right here has 180K views. This one has 43K views. You know what I'm saying? They got
Can we see the
different.
I want to see the comments. I want to know what people are saying.
This one has 1,000. No, that's a different song. Okay, here go his thing, Leaker
Cotton
Valley.
Candy Sunset. I wonder if that's about a white girl.
Fuck, I wonder if everything about a damn white girl. Nah, son. White girl got him like that. Got him thinking, damn, that white pussy so good, you could say nigga. Like, what?
What? Hey, T Grizzly said that in one of his songs before. He's not about the pussy, but in the sense of like about work. And nigga said, my white boys cop so much work, I let them say nigga.
Yeah, okay.
I never heard that verse. I was like, damn, T Grizzly.
Okay. That's all I can say, okay.
No. He saw the verse says, my great granddaddy was a slave, I admit it, but my white boys cop so much work that I let them say nigga. So you admit that your great granddaddy is a slave.
Uh-huh.
And then that same breath say, because they buy so much dope, I let them say nigga.
You can be bought.
Right.
You can be bought. That's exactly what that means.
Damn, boy. But he don't understand his own psychology of it.
You're gonna be law to the game, son.
Some of these comments say, this song is actually really good. Dude has valid points. That one has 34 replies under it.
Probably black folks lighting his ass up.
White folks excited as fuck.
Yeah. That's what D-Mac probably said.
Oh, man. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks have left the chat. Man, fuck this song. Fuck this at the moment. I don't want to say fuck the nigga because I don't want to throw him away totally. He just needs someone.
Fuck that nigga.
I'm
Martin Luther King Jr. Machiavelli Illuminati song. What is that?
I'm saying this. I don't want to say throw him away because he's young enough to still get educated. But for this, fuck you for this.
I'll dig his ass out the garbage when he fucking.
So put him in the recycling bin.
Put a nigga that.
I don't throw you in the trash. I can throw you in the compactor.
In the
I ain't gonna
Bible,
throw you in the
what did
compactor.
do Joseph?
But I'm gonna throw you in the trash bin in my bathroom.
I might not even dump that.
I'll just keep it at the bottom.
Right, I might not even dump that. That's like initially. That might build for a
I'm gonna
minute.
put you in there, put some fucking paper on top of you, and then just keep emptying that shit. But you have to stay in the trash until you learn your lesson.
All right, man. Let's move on to the next thing, man. This thing, okay, it's going. Let's move on to the next thing, man. So Joe, bruh, you a little bitch ass hoe ass nigga. You like pussy. Can't believe that you like pussy, your bitch ass. And even though I like pussy too, I'm gonna call you a hoe for it. Says Toure. Who got lit up and accused of sexual assault charges after appearing on Surviving R.Kelly.
Listen. I'm a sexual harasser. I am not a child predator. All right?
How is it?
I'm solely different.
All right, I'm sorry, but you can't get on the video. I'm sorry.
I can't call. I do not go to high school.
I understand. So
And I gave the infamous R.Kelly video.
What did he do?
Oh, man. So he sexually harassed this woman at work for like days and on end until she filed sexual harassment charges.
What did he do?
He told her things like, how do you like to get fucked on the daily?
Really?
Yeah, things of that nature. And not only that, but he also like had there's text messages and screenshots from her of him apologizing to her, saying, please don't bash me, after this. He's very sorry. And that, he thought they were cool like that. And then this also after he got fired because she filed the harassment suit at the job. This before he even went public. And she only went public because she felt like, nigga, you have the nerve to be on the R.Kelly thing when you out here asking motherfuckers on the daily, can they fuck you in the ass and shit like that.
Completely valid.
Yep.
Completely and utterly valid.
Does anyone go to work and have their coworker ask about their asshole?
Oh, wait a second.
If you shave or wax your vagina? If you like anal and suggest they try it with him? Have a man 2 inches from your face say how much he wants to come all over your face? Anyone tell you must have had sex behind? You must have had sex from behind because your ass looks good?
Dude.
That your legs are sexy and tease you by pretending to grab them while you're doing your job? If you like black or white dick, crass banter during touch-ups when you mumbled under your breath how sexy I am. He was not liked. He was tolerated for everyone to get paid. Period.
Oh wow, Toure. Oh wow, Toure. You ain't got no legs to stand on.
So like, cause I feel the level that okay, nobody's fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? We all got shit, but there's specific shit that you just should know that you can't speak on if you done done, or especially if it's on record.
That's the thing.
You say charges have been filed previously.
That man,
you can't speak on nothing dealing with.
After he asked her to not bash his name, he thought it was all good.
No, it was over.
And in fact, he said something that it was R.Kelly. He did the interview with. He thought he hadn't married, but that girl said no. You should have stayed in the shadows, my nigga.
The only thing he should have done was only be there to commentary on how he felt about that interview.
Yep.
All that extra shit he was saying about how he no.
Trying to beat him.
No. We just need you to tell us about how stupid R.Kelly was in that specific moment.
Yep,
and that was it.
It's all right.
We should have seen you nowhere else in that whole documentary. If you not just being crass, dog. You a monster too. Fuck.
Being pervy.
I'm very shocked of you, Toure. I'm not shocked of like in the sense that happens in the workplace, but Toure, because the stance that you take and who you are as a journalist and a reporter, and the fact of like how you presented yourself in this documentary, of being that kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? And just the fact that I guess in my own mind, I kind of read you off as a cool ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the fact that you say things like that to women lets me know a few things. Number one, niggas like you should have power, and it's weird how y'all climb your way up like this, but get no pussy all the way through until you get power, and now forcing your way to get pussy because you got power.
And pause. I just want to say that's what bothers me: the power dynamic of with these niggas. These niggas be in power and knowing that they hold these jobs over these people's heads or whatever over these people's heads, and knowing that they might be more inclined because of the power to do shit. You know what I mean? We're talking about Toure, R.Kelly, and these motherfuckers in power, Weinstein, whoever. That is diabolical to me. That part of it in particular. You know, keep going, son. That fucks with me.
Lets me also know that you're a bitch boy that really did get pussy till you got a name and a fame. Because like look how hard up you are to someone like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure your creep level started in whenever you had your first level of power. But like I can tell there was a time that you probably didn't have any power, and your ass was just in that motherfucker just weak. I don't know, something about that saying all that, like they just always, those kind of characters always carry a trait of bitch madeness in the earliness of their stages, like when they were in college and shit like that. Like, and now they got power, they try these things that never would have worked ever because they couldn't even probably speak to the women because they didn't have enough courage to back in the day.
Right.
It's always the niggas that be talking the most shit. I'm telling you, bro. Always be the ones. Always be the ones that like put themselves out there as the hero and the ally and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times they're always getting caught up in the same shit. It's always the preacher. It's always the pastor. You know, it's always the fucking teacher. You know, fuck.
A lot of times. Always a strong word, but a lot of times it happens.
It is strong, but
you can point out a lot that the niggas who speak very loud about certain people and certain actions very aggressively that aren't victims are usually the victimizer.
Depends. Like it happens a lot, and it doesn't happen a lot because they got a lot of people that's good hearted that ain't. You know what I'm saying?
They can speak on it,
but like it to me it just sucks more when it is you type niggas. Like when you look at Louis C.K. He was a stone cold, I'm a feminist ass nigga, but he jerking off in front of women.
Like how can you be a stone cold feminist and you know you do this?
And that's what I'm saying.
Like, are you put up this facade to hide your evil villainy? Are you trying to be that hard on the green so nobody can see you on the other side?
I mean, yeah.
That's what that's gotta be, right?
A lot, but that's what then that goes back into the power dynamics of it. Of like, I don't fuck with motherfucker who use a weak spot or blind spot to corrupt or to take advantage. You know what I mean? That shit's just like, you know what I mean? Like, it just fucked up, son. Like, and we all do fucked up things, dog. But like, certain things to me are like next level. That's not just your average, okay, we all lie type of thing. You know what I mean? No, this is not. We all don't do that.
Right.
You know, like
this next
when we all don't corrupt, we all don't use power to get pussy. You hear me? We all don't use power to rape, to brainwash. Like, I mean, we all don't know, dog. And that's ill. And he apologized. He came through. He said, he apologized again. It's like his third time apologizing.
But the thing is, he gonna have to keep apologizing because the first time he apologized, and I was talking to DC about this, I was like, son, because he's like, you already apologized it. But I was like, son, look how you apologized. Because he ended off with that, please don't talk to people about this, or like, don't bash me about this, you know what I'm saying? That lets me know that, nigga, you want to save face. This ain't no genuine apology. You want to make sure your career was made. So when the second apology comes out, it makes me feel the same way.
My nigga, he was also out here talking about Weinstein. I ain't know that.
No, he's a journalist.
That's what made but she said, speaking of Essence, she said, he went to Hot 97 to talk about Harvey Weinstein after he apologized to me, and I accepted his apology. It was okay to move on, but when I'm seeing him talking about Weinstein, I'm thinking you can't be a sexual predator and go around shaming other predators. So he ain't just doing it to R.Kelly. He out here with it.
Yo, he has a whole Me Too shirt.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just being joking, but
we might, because that's how Aziz was.
That's how he is, though.
And that's why I be feeling the way I be fucking feeling about these fucking people sometimes, man.
Son.
Niggas gotta be examined.
Niggas gotta be thoroughly examined, dog. Thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand up for real.
And take your licks. We apologize, but with an apology cannot come similar behavior, or cannot come like we said before. You can't be the one.
Right.
You're me. You can't be the one.
Sorry.
You've crossed certain lines that I'm sorry.
Even if you like really do want to like try, unfortunately you got a black mark on you, dude. You cannot be the one to be talking.
Unless every time you speak, you bring up your shit.
Right.
No, it's not gonna happen.
But that's the only way that you can get away with saying it.
Say, hi, I'm former sexual predator Toure. And I'm going to talk about sexual predators because I used to be one.
No, it's more of we be tripping like I like what he did was similar to what I did, and we're both wrong.
Right.
You know,
take from a nigga that learned from this.
Bruh, when you take it like that, then we can at least respect the fact of okay, you're aware, you're in tune,
like you know you fucked up,
right?
And you're clearly stating it first. You know what I'm saying? Then it's fucking real. Because
you're not even high horsing at that point. You really being like
right. You're
exactly
actually trying to help.
Genuinely, how you, even though you made a joke with that, but no, genuinely, no. Take it from me. I was this, or I do struggle with this.
No. That was real. Like that was the I guess the quote in my head of like, take it from a nigga like me. Dog.
Right, dog. But that's not what these niggas mean. No, you know.
But sorry, Toure, dog. But you're trash.
But from what I was hearing, even again, listening to another podcast, my nigga, apparently Twitter turned on him years ago for some reason. I didn't even know. Like, people been stopped fucking with Toure.
Real talk, he ain't been in an alum like that, dog. Yeah. In the mix.
And who knows what, and I don't keep up with him to know, but maybe some things have happened, even if it's not the sexual harassment shit. Maybe other things have transpired with dude that made people not fuck with him, dog.
People in big business, hear what I say. The boys club is not happening anymore, son. That shit is dismantling. You can't go and do the things you used to do when it was a boys club, when there's all a bunch of niggas running in power that could take over everything, dog. Things are dismantling and shit is being more diverse, and you need to change with the times, dog, because niggas ain't saving you. There's no way, like back in the day, niggas who used to do shit like this would get saved by their whole company because there'll be a niggas that all the niggas would be doing it.
I mean, it's still kind of happening like that.
It kind of is, but it's getting dismantled.
But you're right.
You better wake up, nigga.
Yeah, and you better wake up before it's too late, because y'all company's going to start getting torn down if you keep staying in connection.
You'll lose your job, your company will lose its
credibility,
business.
all that.
Dog, I'm telling people, dog, you better grow, not just for you, but like for everything that you believe in, that you built for. Because you will lose it all to your bigotry, your fucking racism, your homophobia, and your misogyny, dog.
And also just your complacency, dog. Because that's what it comes down to a lot of times. A lot of times that the argument is, well, it's always been this way. Mm-hmm. And when they ride that it's always been this way, my daddy, my grandpa, my whoever used to do it, this is the culture, this is the way it is.
Right. So what do you do?
Why? Yeah, instead of actively changing, they just sit and like you said just now, you have to change with the times, man. That shit don't fly when we're in an ever-changing landscape. More people that never had voices have voices.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to respect those voices because niggas ain't shutting up for you no more, which is what you're saying, you know? So, yeah, dude, get with it, dog. So R.Kelly's has been all kind of fallout ever since the surviving R.Kelly situation. I guess the Toure thing is a part of that fallout because she said, I saw him talking about Weinstein, he talking about Kelly. No. So,
Pervy Toure.
So apparently, R.Kelly's daughter came out and was like, nah, my daddy is a fucking monster. she said, take it from me.
That's bad.
First hand news,
your own daughter?
He kind of, like, she slicks out a little bit. He touched him, and that he was a fucked up person, And if you watch the documentary, even the wife said he was good financially, but he wasn't good anywhere else around his fatherhood.
Of course.
Yep. Like, it goes some part.
Financially, that stopped after a while.
Joanne Lee Kelly, a.k.a. Buku IB, shared a long, thoughtful message on Instagram Thursday apologizing for taking so long to say something, explaining she's been searching for the right words for days. She expresses sympathy and devastation for all the women who have been allegedly victimized by her father and makes it clear that she, her mother, and siblings don't condone any of his negative behavior, past or present. She also suggests for that reason she and her family have not had any relationship with Kelly for years, saying, going through all I have gone through in my life, I would never want someone to feel the pain I have felt. The same monster you are confronting me about is my father. I'm well aware of who and what he is. I grew up in that house. Kelly's daughter says he's chosen to stay out of the spotlight because it's better for her. No, she's chosen because it's better for her healing process, and the constant reminders of how terrible my father is aren't good for her. So she has to do what's best for herself. Yeah.
I mean, dog, that's basically it, dog. I said speaking now, but I haven't speak so long because this nigga is that much traumatic for me, dog. Fuck him. And that's your child. So, dog, that should be a more nail in the coffin. Do we have other stories? Like, we could, like, R.Kelly, I know he has 3 or 4 stories we can run back to back.
About that, all I was going to say about it as well is it got to be some shit when, like, you're in that position that is your dad or that's your mama. You know what I mean? And it's
like,
people knocking on doors like, why you ain't talking? Why you ain't talking? And it's like, nigga, people don't throw their husbands under the bus. And this is blood. So, like, when you talk about trauma, when you talk about control and shit, like, I wish she could have spoken sooner, but I fully understand why she didn't at the same time.
I mean, she's traumatized, too. You don't tell a victim when they come and speak when they fucking can.
Right, dog. She is definitely traumatized, dog. Like, you gotta let that girl do whatever she thinks she needs to fucking do.
They try to put that on the other women, too. Like, you know, why they didn't come further? Why they didn't come when they were children? Nah, man, you don't come at the fucking victim. They're a victim, my nigga.
Right.
Fuck, who knows how long
you don't know what they're
going
through. You don't know what the fuck they're going through at all.
And all this shit is years.
Katrina, and we barely speak about that. And
right.
That's something like that has nothing to do with anything like of sexual, abuse.
And all this shit is years in the making, man. You don't know how many people didn't believe people for so many years that just because when you receive the information does not mean that's when the information first started trying to get into the atmosphere.
Right.
You know what I mean? So let's be very clear on that. And I just be so drove when they could be like, well, how come they ain't making documentaries on Harvey Weinstein and Elvis Presley and this? I'm like, my nigga, you do understand that it was a black woman that made this documentary because she was specifically tired of R.Kelly shit. It wasn't Lifetime that commissioned, let's pick on the black nigga. No, this black woman said, look, I'm tired of this shit. Boom. So when some of these victims that are white want to get tired of these white nigga shit, which is what the Me Too movement is for a lot of these white chicks, even though it started by black women, a lot of these white actresses have commandeered that shit and have used it in that fashion. So don't act like the white niggas ain't getting handled. You feel me? I hate that whataboutism bullshit when people just be sitting on, oh yeah, what about this, and they ain't got no research attached.
Well, you posted something that I on your Facebook I thought was very true, dog. That some black people live in their own black bubble. They don't watch Dateline, NBC, and all these other fucking shows that talk about white problems of people who like Harvey Weinstein who had documentaries, of people like Woody Allen and Jheri Lewis who had their careers ruined and fucked over because of the shit they done, of people who've been on things like, you know, with the videos and documentaries about their shit. I mean, that movie Spotlight, you know what I'm saying, was all about the Catholic priests and all that. That's a whole movie that won Oscars that they exposed about the church and brought people to come forth. But you know, some black people be caught up in their own black world. They don't know that this shit is happening. Because
it's to protect the black man by any means possible. And R.Kelly said his daughter brainwashed, and I thought this is funny. The nigga who brainwashed,
the master brainwasher.
It said his ex brainwashed his wife.
All right, dog.
Of everything you're choosing to speak on that's gone down, you
want to talk about brainwashing
of your daughter.
My daughter lost her mind.
Yeah, that's
all the cars and money I used to give her after I hit her.
Come on, son. Now there was this big thing that came out that Master P.
Master P.
Oh, now what?
He's just a nigga, old school nigga stuck in his ways, and like no matter how rich he got, he never left the fucking hood mentality wise at all. His hustle is why he's still rich, and he knows how to get around and make money, dog. But forward progressive thinking, he's still stuck in his ways, dog. I wouldn't even, when I saw that video, I was like, Master P, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Make him say, get the fuck out of my face. Like, you know, get out of here with that shit, bro. I'm not even listening to you, Master P.
Well, let me tell y'all. Let me give y'all a real, I heard some people feeling like tell y'all about R.Kelly.
What did he
do?
So
what I got Lifetime just made a lot of money. Everybody knows Lifetime is. That's a reality show. 6 seasons, 6 episodes of that. Let's be real. Now the truth, what I don't like, the parents. If you somebody's daddy and you knocking on the door, pitching the window, they got your daughter in there, y'all know. I ain't gonna be on no reality show or Lifetime. I'm gonna be on CNN, straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real. Think about it. Yeah. I'm not about to play with nobody. I'm gonna burn it down. I'm gonna do something. So I'm telling y'all, that's what I don't like. This ain't your kid in there. My character gone. God know I believe, I trust, all that, bro. But that'll be out the window. Let me tell y'all want me to be y'all the real because it might hurt some people's feelings. I tell y'all about R.Kelly.
Tell the real.
So what I got Lifetime just made a lot of money. Everybody knows Lifetime is.
Oh, they ain't got the whole thing. They start over. So they got this other part where you talk about
number one.
He don't want to speak on R.Kelly. That's that man business. I'm like, son, right now, but you gonna speak on the parents, but not on the nigga that's doing the most. If you gonna speak on it all, P.
Yeah.
You heard me speak on it all.
Because P did business with R.Kelly before.
So didn't take your lick.
Some young girls back when he used to probably
take your fucking. You need to shut the fuck up, and I don't mean to be so crass about it necessarily, but it's like, dog, like that's what's happening too much of. We looking at not R.Kelly.
Yeah.
We're not looking. You a man. You a black man with power. All the black men with power need to be saying some real shit, and you ain't saying no real shit.
I mean, in his mind, I think like the real shit he's trying to say is that like the parents should have went harder than they did. But the thing
he said that nigga need to be on CNN alluding to the fact that he should have killed R.Kelly. Yeah, and it's like, nigga, you got money, this nigga don't.
Number one, and also Master P, you a killer. This nigga ain't. Master P, if you said you gonna go kill R.Kelly or something like that, I believe that.
You say you a murderer.
And he think Lifetime only play reality shows.
I think he's calling the Red TV, you know what I'm saying?
But no, this was a documentary, bro.
Some people said the last 2 episodes of it felt like it was reality TV.
But I'm saying still, it was a documentary. He treating it like, Lifetime known for his... Nah, son, come on, bro.
Lifetime known for like white women getting killed by some sexual predator. And like off of Craigslist or some weird ass shit like that. You shouldn't be
on there unless you on CNN from a jail cell. If I'm not sure if R.Kelly did it or not, it's not my business. I'm not judging. But those parents shouldn't have let it go that far. I don't respect them parents.
I'm not judging, but I'm judging.
Bruh.
Wow.
I'm not judging R.Kelly though. But I'm about to judge these parents.
Dude.
Because you know what? Listen, I ain't judging R.Kelly. He a molester. That's what he is. I'm judging the parents for letting him get close to the molester.
Bruh. And I think that's fake shit. I think that's not real nigga shit.
Dog, they basically saying he's an animal and y'all let the kids into the cage. That was y'all fault.
No,
y'all
all y'all niggas fucked up. And the thing is,
the fact that you defend the animal though, like not even an animal, but that you defend this fucking monster.
And parents aren't perfect. I'm not saying like what I mean they should be clear totally, but we got this mark of being able to judge without even being in them people's shoes and knowing all the specifics, but we just being up in there judging and shit, and we don't know everything that even happened, and we can't, like, there's something that you fucked up as a parent did, P. So don't be sitting up here and being like, what these parents shoulda did, and still ignore Kelly. You know what I mean? Like that's the main part. I'ma just keep saying like, no, son. Don't say like you just said. You don't, nigga. You judging. And the dad fired. One of the fathers fired back. He said, he says that the parents shouldn't be blamed at all, and that all blame should be placed with R.Kelly because he's the one committing the crimes against young women. He also took aim at Master P's critiques that he didn't do enough, stating that if he would have physically harmed or killed R.Kelly in defense of his daughter, Master P wouldn't be writing him a check to help his family financially if he got arrested. He said, y'all
talk, nigga said, if I go out the picture, are you gonna pick up the low Master P?
He said, y'all love R.Kelly. Everybody love him. That's why don't nobody speak up on it. That's why Master P will say something about the parents, but I ain't see Master P acknowledge that R.Kelly is a predator. That hurts my heart, because that should have been the first thing out his mouth. Clary continued his sentiments, adding, Master P ain't gonna write my family no check when I'm sitting there doing 30 years for killing R.Kelly. So, bruh, if you're gonna speak on something, speak on the predator, not someone who gotta pay bills and support his family.
And that was what you call him, Azariel Clary's family.
Yeah.
Now her dad looks like a nigga who used to bump Master P and No Limit back in the day.
He do.
That nigga like he was a No Limit soldier back in his day.
I would keep it rowdy. You know, the ones that make you say, and body.
That's so fucked up.
That nigga was there, dog.
Son, and dog, Some of these parents did some fucked up shit and did sell their daughters off, for real. But some of these parents legitimately got conned. Like, legitimately got conned some of them.
I was just saying, dog, we were there. But the shit happened like that, dog. Because the thing is, see, R.Kelly being so popular, dog, and like, you know, he being that big of a star, once R.Kelly takes a young girl,
she
that's
gone.
the magic right there. It's gone.
Right.
And once he gets a chance to talk to you, and then insert his fucking member inside of a young lady.
16-year-olds.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not women. And a lot of people are judging these little girls like they women. Because right now they're women telling the story. And also remember, they were 16 and 17 at this time.
And I want to say this, dog.
Our kids are always fucking grown.
I want to say this too, dog.
Fuck! that needs to set for a second. Yeah. For a second. Our kids are always fucking grown. Always. And that's from society and from us. We do it too.
True.
You heard me? What you saying, Joe?
I want to say, dog, I don't give a fuck how hot a 16-year-old young girl may be in the ass, dog, and she comes on to any nigga, dog, because I ain't saying girls at 15 and 16 ain't fucking, and you know what I'm saying, ain't trying to fuck or ain't wanting like that.
It doesn't have anything to do with it.
I'm saying that, dog, right, it has nothing to do with how they feeling at that age and what goes on through the human body.
Right.
With hormones and shit.
You a grown-ass man.
You a grown-ass man.
That's what's going on. You a grown-ass man.
Dog. I don't, because niggas always want to come up there, dog. You know, she wanted, you know, them girls
nope.
fucking in the third.
Sorry.
And I'm like, dog.
What does that have to do with anything?
What about your actions, though?
Right.
You tell me because she's coming on to you, you have to fuck her?
I'm standing by little girls can't be fast unless you a little boy. Like a little boy and a little girl, that's for their world to hash out that bullshit. But to me,
faster than a fucking 27-year-old.
Exactly. A little girl, to me, a little girl can't be fast. A little girl, she can be misguided. Little girls can be misguided. But as a grown man, as a grown woman, do not call no little girl fast. A little girl is not her identity. Don't do that, and don't give that excuse for why she should be molested. Like, no. Right. Sorry, we're not with it. So different celebrities have been coming out, and they've been apologizing. The Game put out an apology, and some people thought that was suspect because he had like a beat a bitch charge. And it was like...
Man, so listen, I beat women on acts like, listen, I'm a subject of the hood.
That nigga is trying to save his career.
I'm a subject of the hood. But see, R.Kelly... He touching little girls. I'll be the grown woman. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Like, listen, I'm domestically wrong.
Bruh.
My issues lie deeper than what. I'm not a predator.
My thing is this, dog,
like,
too.
Like I can say where they come from, dog.
I ain't no predator.
I ain't no predator.
Buy my music, please.
I'm
stop beating women, but I ain't no predator.
We touched on this on side A, my nigga. We touched on this on side A, my nigga. Are you motherfuckers, and are you women, and are you people that have been oppressed, and are you people that are the downtrodden and such across the board, are you willing to accept apologies? Because motherfucker make all this rah-rah, condemn all these motherfuckers, be wishing they could get some reparations or some whatever the fucks, but then when a motherfucker really try to throw an actual olive branch or an actual apology or actually be like, you know what, I was wrong, like legit, a lot of times there's this section that don't want to accept the apology. See, to me, Kevin Hart don't exist on that because he handled it wrong. But let's look at Chance. People jumped on Chance the Rapper because of what he said in that clip without taking in the context of that clip. And I'm like, son, this man was actually saying, like, you know what? Maybe I didn't listen to them because they were black girls. I'm sorry for that.
You know, maybe he said caught up, dog, was like straight up, dog. And he didn't say the words, but that's the understanding of, like, I was caught up in the black man world. And I was like every other black man. I didn't listen.
He took his lick. Right. But there were people that was trying to comfort him. And that made me go like, look, sometimes you got to know when to take the apology. When to take the yes.
That's the thing about the apologies, dog. When you apologize, everybody ain't going to take them or not. But fuck it. The real thing about it all is at the end of the day, you apologize.
That's true, too. You're right about that. I'm not saying the victim has to accept your apology. You're right. But I'm talking about general consensus of cancel culture. I don't think you should be trying to necessarily, even if you're still hurt, I don't believe that in cancel culture you should negate genuine. I think you should be able to tell the difference. Genuine apologies. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't feel like Chance's thing should be thrown in the same realm as, you know what I mean? And even if we look at the game, son, even if he did beat up a woman, if he say I'm also apologizing for that too now because I see that looking at how one monster operated my own monstrosities or whatever way to put it, sometimes it's like let the motherfuckers grow at their own pace if they're at least trying to grow.
You do have to answer for your actions, dog.
Answer for them.
But once you answer for them and moved on and grow for them and apologize for them, dog, you can't hold anybody back, dog. Because the thing is, you're going to hold this man back from such and such and such. But, like, what are you going to hold this this woman back for like lying or something like that, or wearing things like whatever the person do that was of negative? Are you gonna hold them back for everything they do negative? Because then that's a lot of negative things you gotta hold back for a lot of people all across the board.
And I'm not saying I don't want to go in that direction.
Who don't apologize and move forward for it? Because this not the thing is.
I think I'm talking more in general. Yeah, we all grow, and I'm thinking more in general space of like, if you the chick that he beat, you accept whatever on your own time.
Right, you never accept the nigga if you don't
exactly. I want to be made very clear about that. If you're the actual victim, or if you've been a victim in that manner and it triggers you, take your trigger, mama. I ain't talking, but I'm saying in the general space of when you talk about we canceling this person, they never gonna be relevant again. They never gonna work here again. They never gonna be able to be taken seriously again. Versus, say, bruh, people when do you want people to grow or not? Do you? Or you just saying that shit because it sound cool?
Right. I think a lot of that should be boiling down to how much people are liked too.
How much are they liked?
Whether their apologies get accepted or not.
Their popularity.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Just throwing that out there.
I mean, I think that's a fact. I think that's a fact, Jack. Because if you somebody niggas inherently don't fuck with, they will forgive someone that they like for worse things.
Exactly.
If I don't like, you could do something slight, and it's like cancel.
Fuck you.
Anyway. They like you anyway. Because
like you anyway.
Because that's one thing I will say. Kevin Hart has merit on, dog. Someone did attack you, dog. Someone did specifically, after you were announced, went through your shit to specifically hurt you. You handled it wrong, but the intent was there of, no, someone tried to fuck over you, dog. You do have something there, you dig? But niggas was already mad at you about that, and what you said about dark-skinned women, that they was ready to be like, bitch, if you don't handle this right, fuck you. So then you didn't. And then it was like, well, fuck you. Versus, niggas ain't gonna never bring the Chance up shit up again. I bet you any money tomorrow, Chance the Rapper say, what? Because niggas like Chance. You hear me? So
you're gonna chalk that to the game.
But like he said, apologize and say he grown.
50 don't apologize though.
50 don't apologize.
He's not gonna even
50 don't apologize.
He's not in this world for that.
He's not. He's not in this world for that.
Apologize.
Dog, 50 was created for specific reasons, dog, and this is why, dog.
Now, Nick Cannon, he came with this long one after much self-reflection and meditation. I have to be one of the first to admit that in my past, I've definitely turned a blind eye to a lot of darkness in this industry. Let's stop beating around the bush and call it what it is. This entire industry was established and built by evil and predatory spirits and male chauvinistic behavior. And since the recent media's outrage pertaining to R.Kelly, I've realized that the real issue at hand is the ultimate lack of care and disrespect for our queens. I don't know why that word bothers me.
Because it's a fucking pandering word.
Bruh.
It's a pandering word.
Thank you. That's what it is. That's what it is. Both of what you said. It's worn the fuck out and it's specifically and mostly used to pander to black women.
Yes. I hate it. I detest it. Like, it started out a couple of years ago.
Respectful.
It's cool, it's nice, it's fine. But then fuck niggas started saying it.
All the time.
And now it's just a fucking...
Red flag.
Red flag.
Where's the red flag?
Queen?
Don't date this guy. Don't trust him.
Don't do it. Don't do it, bitch. Stop texting him immediately.
Stop texting him.
He called you queen.
He called you queen.
Take it from D-Mac.
He's a hotep. He's a slow tep. Mm-hmm. What you about to say, Joe?
Nah, that's it.
Right?
Fact, yo.
Stop all immediate action. Alert.
Alert.
For far too long, we've treated women like second-class citizens, when in actuality they are the source, our core, and the superior beings. But our insecurities, egos, and lack of love has tried to prove otherwise. Therefore, we have several cases where we allow entertainers, executives, and everyday individuals abuse and mistreat our life bearers and beautiful equals. It's no secret how men have misused their power to manipulate young emerging pop stars to seasoned Hollywood actresses and everyone in between. I've personally witnessed it and will no longer be silent about it. It's not dry snitching, it's a paradigm shift. I'm not judging any man for his past or his private actions because I too am a guilty sinner of the blatant disrespect even in some of the statements in the song above, which is Gigolo with R.Kelly. Because he said, fuck that song now. But from individuals like Les Moonves, Harvey Weinstein, Steven Tyler, R.Kelly, Elvis, and others, I must say we have to deal with this sickness head on. The real leaders and bosses must step up and be men And I'll be one of the first to say on behalf of all men, I am sorry. Please consider an advocate, ally, and student that needs guidance in an industry that was designed to take advantage of women. Let's change it all immediately and call it all to the table for our ignorance, wrongdoings, and disrespect. I apologize, my queen.
Two things.
Go ahead, my nigga.
All right, you said queen too many times.
Too many motherfucking times.
All right. No, 3 things. Now that I said that, Nick Cannon. This is a very genius move to be the first nigga that has like started leading this movement that you see is about to happen and being like, hey y'all, before y'all canceling niggas, let you know, this rich nigga right here, I'm gonna cancel myself first, and I'm gonna say I was sorry. So whatever I did or let alone or allowed that to happen when I watched as a kid happen in front of my face and I said nothing about it.
You feel like he get in front of his own bullshit?
Yes.
That's what you're saying? You say he get in front of his own bullshit right now.
This is beautiful PR. I love it. And third, but not least, though part of me think it is true, part of me know that you said too many pandering words to know that some of this shit is too much bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Life givers, cares, and all that. The third, we understand what you mean with the level of a woman, dog. But like, you know, the fact you wearing turbans and shit and got this Jheri curl going on.
Nah, don't judge him on that.
I'm not judging, dog, but I gotta look at like what are you trying to tell us? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying don't judge his head and his turban based on this topic. That's like two different things. Even though he looking crazy as a motherfucker.
I'm just saying, dog. Like,
lately,
like everything about your character is what I'm saying. It goes into when you say things like this.
Yeah, it's hard to take this seriously coming from you right now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
It's hard.
It's hard to take this seriously, knowing that you wearing this turban for no one real reason.
That you stir pots.
You know, that you pot stirring, that you got this Jheri curl.
Why did Jheri curl got anything to do with
He doesn't like it.
He just don't like that man Jheri curl, son.
You think that shit look crazy.
It does. It's ugly Jheri curl, son.
Because I was like, wait, okay, pandering, okay, stirring pots, okay, and that Jheri curl.
Jheri curl.
Wait, what does that have to do with oppression?
That fucking turban.
It's oppressing how women look at it.
Man, it's oppressing my eyes.
Exactly.
Right.
It's oppressing his eyes. That's the problem.
That's what
And you just gotta let that breathe. Let it breathe. You just gotta let that breathe.
Let that bitch breathe. Let that bitch breathe.
Don't like it, bro. I feel you, bro. When I don't fucking like something, it don't matter fucking reasons. That shit matters to me.
That shit gotta go.
It has to go.
All right, slavery, emancipation, that nigga Jheri curl.
Oh, man.
That nigga gotta go, dog.
But I'm on that level with it, too. Because the thing is this.
Likewise, it's just big.
Everything he said was real.
Yes, yeah.
That's what makes this hard.
Real.
I'm like,
it was clearly just like he was making it into a fucking cliche.
Yes.
A true cliche.
Bruh.
But it was dumb.
I'm like
you're just saying
it's
all
just
the
a
exact right things. Like,
yeah.
so cookie cutter, like you're saying all the magic words.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to speak on anyone's past
You know
and
what I'm
judge them
saying?
because I, too, myself have sinned.
So he said everything right. Even, like, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
feel bad for shitting on him because I'm like, dog, like, no, I don't disagree with these words.
No, I
you know what I mean?
don't
If there's
disagree.
some news story that wrote about the FlyWithBats podcast and said, FlyWithBats podcast thinks, no. Like, the words themselves are how things should be. You're absolutely right. But the pandering.
It's too
milquetoast.
It's too fucking milquetoast, dude.
It's
like,
so milquetoast.
And what I hate is pandering. Like,
And
that's
he-
what I hate.
And truthfully, he didn't
Like-
say anything specifically because he said we need to talk, we need to air it out.
Yeah,
and
like
he
it's
aired
being
nothing out.
very general. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really just screaming, look at me, give me attention, please. I love you women too. Like, it's
I've
a
seen
new-
things.
new
What have
trendy
you
thing
seen?
to do.
What have you seen?
Like,
What case can you help?
here's what's dangerous, son. Here's what's dangerous about this whole like examination of our culture now. Like, what I'm seeing, especially on social media, it is trendy to be an ally of this movement. Like, and they got all types of niggas who are clearly not allies, like, all of a sudden, like, using it to garner attention and bolster their, or really revitalize their artistic, you know, endeavors in some kind of fucking way. Like, and it's shit like this. Like, everything that used to be very true and important in terms of words, Like now you got niggas like Nick Cannon
Used every word.
that are just
He
using
used
them
every
all.
word,
So
every
It
cliche.
like really brings the value of it down. You know what I mean?
And why
Because you sound like a fucking goof.
He do sound.
You know what I'm saying?
But this is why I want
Like you sound like T.I., but like
without the genuineness though.
right, and even T.I. sometimes
Sound
like a
crazy.
fucking goof.
But I want to say this too about the trendy shit. It's like it's extremes. It's trendy to be against it and trendy to be for it.
Yeah.
Because it's trendy to be the anti too.
Yes.
And I'll be
sure.
like, bruh.
Sure, we've talked about that.
It's like the extremes of, okay, you're sucking the dick and you're just cutting off the dick, and really the dick just needs to just be let be. Or just let the dick be. Just acknowledge the dick. Or we're going to use the pussy, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
whichever.
because acknowledging it is not the problem.
No.
But,
Let it flow.
No.
you know what I mean?
Nah.
And the thing is, it's hard for me to say this because I feel like a hypocrite because I often say we need black men with influence and power to speak up on these things.
Yes.
He is a black man with influence and power saying the right words about this thing. So I don't want to denounce him.
That's the sad part about it, dog. It's a catch-22. We can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't live with this nigga. We can't live without him. We can't deal with what he said because it sounds goof. But at the same time, like, dog, you're saying the right things in your position, and we need you to say it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dog.
But do you have to say it like this?
Yes,
Right,
you can say it, but
sound like
say
a pimp,
it
nigga.
without fucking pandering.
Right.
You sound like a pimp.
Right.
It's like you pimp, like, listen here, my fellow Americans, brothers and sisters. I'm going to let y'all know that the beautiful black creation of the woman that is.
Queen.
You know what I'm saying? Queen of the mother of the our hood. You know what I'm saying? We need to understand, we need to cherish her. And I was wrong, because I did a Hey Gigolo video with R.Kelly
10 years ago.
when I was like maybe 18.
And the beautiful, beautiful queen in her gorgeous nature and the essence of her beautifulness needs to always be put up on a pedestal, that we should all remember that she is the smartest. She is the reason that we have life. She is the reason that I have life, and I'm able to get my dick hard when I look at her. But I only said dick in that manner as an example, and I've learned from my past mistakes of only 3 seconds ago when I said it, because I love my beautiful, amazing black queen.
And that's why I got a Jheri curl to symbolize that.
That's the problem.
But
I
yeah,
said Jheri curl. I want to get some clippers of that nigga.
you
dog.
say I want to take the clippers.
Hey, Nick Cannon, what is the last rule of the rule book? Huh?
What rule book? What you talking
I'm
about?
about to say, I don't know.
I have no
This
clue.
is from fucking Drumline.
Don't
Oh,
Don't go full
okay. I'm
Nah.
sorry, my nigga. He went cinephile. He went cinephile on us.
That's for the fans that get that. They're like, just say you're stupid.
But like a lot of
last rule of the rule book, nigga.
a lot of people have been announcing R.Kelly. Celine Dion, like Lady Gaga finally came forward. R.Kelly said the rumor is he's been having panic attacks and he might be skipping the country.
Trying
And
to go back to
that's
Ethiopia.
scary. I hope not.
He is trying to go
He's
back to Africa,
skipping the
dog.
country.
That's the
He's trying to.
rumor that he may skip the country because of all this hoopla.
Also,
He might go for like a little while, but he'll definitely be back.
Police-
He ain't about to not fucking live in America.
oh, trust me, dog. 'Cause when he find out what he's doing in the village, I don't know. It depends on his money. Who knows what village he'll go to. But R.
A
Kelly
million
has,
could go far in certain places, I guess.
Right, but I think like he had the police the police raided his crib in the hotel in Chicago because they said 2 women was in there hostage.
Yeah, I know. I think we spoke on that in the beginning of side A, and you know they said
They weren't actually hostage though, right?
But
they
no,
said that those the two that's the notoriously brainwashed ones that said
Yeah.
they was there on their own volition.
Ain't nothing you can do about that.
Can't do shit
If-
about it.
If they say we want to be here, then the police have to fucking
Yep.
let them be.
So they've been having also the Michael Jackson versus R. Kelly debacle because there's also a Leaving Neverland documentary that's dropping about Michael Jackson's sexual assault accusers that's gonna be premiering at Sundance. And Boosie, who's been defending R. Kelly a lot, Turquoise too on some crazy shit.
Listen, Labusi, another nigga. Say, son, shut up. You can't say nothing about this. You make music that talks about whipping women and shit like that. Like you and young girls. You can't make music. You can't talk about niggas have the same energy, dog. Because niggas think that same energy for you.
But no, but if anything, he's saying he's had the same energy about R. Kelly being innocent. He's telling other people
Is
that
it?
he been riding with R. Kelly for whatever reason, or not riding with him, but kind of defending the shit on the
Yeah,
slick.
just like
One of them.
basically apologizing. For
Yeah,
it.
and so he's saying, oh, if y'all gonna ride on R. Kelly, you better keep that same energy for Michael Jackson. And it's like, my G, like I think
is that true?
I think that should only be true if anything was proven. Because that's the thing too. Like even if because the Michael Jackson thing, that's the notorious. Here go facts. One fact. Everybody that accused Michael Jackson recanted their statements and said their parents put them up to it.
Yep. And
Paid
all
off?
paid off.
Huh?
Not
Paid off?
only were they paid off, but they also came forward and said, hey, dog, we lied about it because our parents wanted to get this money.
Wanted to get this money. So we knew we could set him up for a settlement.
Michael Jackson has also been tested and went on tape that said they checked everything about him thoroughly, penis and all.
So even if we use that to Michael's defense, let's say what if Michael did something? Let's leave that where it is right quick.
Okay.
As a what if. We know the things we know about R.Kelly. We know he married a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
We know he was on tape with a 14-year-old. You know what I mean? We
Right,
know
there's no speculation.
there's certain things that's
dog.
just not speculation.
We know he said 18 and over, 16 and
You know,
under.
you dig? Everything about the Michael Jackson documentary, when it comes down to the actions of what was done, we will always live in speculation on whether you personally believe it or not.
Right.
Ain't no speculation on R. Kelly.
dog.
I feel like that's what that argument should cease.
Yeah.
To me.
All right.
That's Chris. Like Chris saying.
Brother Chris.
I'm scared.
But yeah, man, it just pains me. It just pains me that so many cats will have all this energy for the defense and none of the energy for the victims.
The most common case I find with that is because they have done it themselves and they don't want to make them
Take their lick.
Yeah, on
I
their own
agree.
lick, dog.
Right.
When
I
niggas have
agree
never
with
really
that.
done that at all, can easily be like, nigga,
You
you
right.
tripping.
You right.
Yeah.
That's what I stand by.
Blank, dog.
But I stand by it. I stand by this on for me personally, son. Anything that I talk shit about is because I can talk shit about it. There's certain shit I will not touch because I did it.
Yeah.
There's certain shit I will never talk shit on a nigga about.
People and women, you know what I'm saying?
Son.
I can't trust too much.
I was a philanderer for a minute and shit, nigga. I know what it's like to be like playboy and all that shit.
You little philanderer.
So you ain't gonna see me going, oh, how dare him talk to multiple women. I can't be the person being how dare the motherfucker talking to multiple women, knowing in my past I did that for long periods of time. But I never raped nobody. So I'm jumping on you rape, pedophile, women beating ass motherfuckers because I can.
I'm jumping on every nigga that ain't do what I done that's beyond the levels of disrespect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Human nature of things where we all fuck up at.
Yeah.
Nigga, we all
Right.
But like, boy, you done fucked up where you raping
That's
and
not-
getting...
You know? What's up, Chris? You can say something.
That's
What's up?
not violating someone, you know, disrespecting them, you know what I'm saying? Well,
In a way it
It
is.
is a way, but you're not violating them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Raping is violating them. You lie or whatever, you do some shit, like whatever.
But that's that shit. He said human nature. We all lie.
That's what I'm saying. It's
We don't
human
all
nature,
rape.
you know what I'm saying? But it's not violating, like,
Right.
violating somebody.
It's not traumatic harm that will sit with them for the rest of their lives.
Right.
You know, and niggas be trying to minimize R. Kelly shit like that. You know what I mean? That's what they be doing.
Nigga, man, myself, we all sin type shit.
Yes.
Right. R. Kelly, dog.
And it's like, no. Nah, we don't do that.
Did you not fuck with a girl at 17 when you was 18? I may have.
I might have, but I didn't fuck when I was 30.
I didn't go hunting for them at high schools.
At 30.
I didn't go looking for them. That wasn't my
30.
fetish.
At 30.
At 30, homie.
Even at 18.
Nigga, at 18, if you
I'm
fucking
not-
17, yo, I'm not gonna hate on you,
But
dog.
that's
Are you
not-
crazy?
That's not my
sorry.
fetish. I'm like, I'm only at 18. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep them young.
I mean, but young 17 is not
If you're
young to an
18,
18-year-old.
If you're fucking with 15-year-olds and you're 30, come on, who's saying he wasn't fucking no 14 or 15-year-old when he was 18 though?
But
nah, that's nasty.
you fucking a 14-year-old 18, that is nasty, son. But I'm
I
saying,
think that's
but we
nasty.
say specifically that 1 year between 17 and 18
Yeah,
ain't
I
devastating.
can't call that personal.
That's not devastating.
All right, so
Can't do it.
You know when it's a difference.
now,
Yeah.
what's 16 to 18?
16, I think that's nasty.
I think an 18-year-old could date a 16-year-old.
Because I remember I was 17.
I don't know.
When I was 17, I was a senior, and my girlfriend was she was 16. And then she was 15, I was whatever. She was 1 year younger than me. So when I went away to college, I turned 18, but she
Yup.
was 16. And for a year until her birthday until she turned 17 in August.
Right.
So
I have an early birthday. I'm 18 in high school, and if I was just 17 and I smashed a freaking junior that's 16 making 17, all of a sudden because I turned 18, that mean I can't fuck that girl no more.
Right.
It's like because especially specifically most states consent is 16, and that's fucked up to a degree, but that is actually the truth.
I'll say this with nuance and context. Yes, if you dating somebody in a relationship where y'all was like, you know, cool at the age, but then not like it used to be.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be some
but you
21-year-old
could be
nigga in
18
college
years-
coming back to the high school picking up the
you should-
freshmen.
Fuck no.
You shouldn't be 18 years old hunting for only 14-year-olds.
No, that's a problem. When you put that only in front of you, got problems. Right. But the only thing I said is what you started with. When you said 18 and 17, I'm specifically saying ain't nothing wrong with 18 and 17. That's that 1 year little gap. Fine, whatever, dog. You know when you just know you should know.
Like, let's not be fucking dumb.
Let's not be fucking dumb. I would not let a 19-year-old fuck a 13-year-old. Right. Like, that is wrong.
Come the fuck on.
21-year-old hunt for 15. That is wrong. You feel me? But if you're 17 and 19, okay, you got your 19-year-old boyfriend. You 17, you about to make 18, whatever. Like, you just know the differences, and some of it depends on the person, because they got some immature 17 making 18s, and they depends on what it is. But when you 30, 27, like R.Kelly was 27 when he married Aaliyah. Okay, let's be very clear on that. He was 27 when he married her, so all that came to pass after that we know him from is like in his late 30s and his 40s. That is nasty.
Like, that tape was like early 40s, dog. Like, you fucking this girl, dog. I'm gonna be very clear, son. He was fucking this girl out of her mind like a full of fucking.
Okay, we don't gotta go into that
detail,
right? I don't want to hear it like that.
No, this gotta go, because the thing is, you gotta understand this, dog.
I understand it just by his age. I'm good. Yeah. I understand it. I know what the fucking the capabilities of a 40-year-old to a fucking 14-year-old. I don't need to get into any other description.
That's a fact.
You hear me? But and all this got it just went into R.Kelly talk, but just all going to a level of, man. Let's not be stupid. You hear me? We know how we should be moving in the future, and we should not be apologizing for these niggas who are still actively doing this shit and not changing with the times. I can't go back to the 70s and stop your grandpa from fucking your 5 years younger grandma. But right now, in 2019, we can say what's creepy and what's not. And right now, there's a new standard for creepy. Let's everybody else fall in line for 2019.
Because the thing is, dog, it always felt creepy. But the law is what made it like a doable.
It was creepy if you look back on it, but it was just normalized.
It was so normal.
But inside, I think internally, it still was creepy. No matter how normal it was like.
To your generation and to our generation, certain things was creepy, but they come in. We looking at motherfuckers who was influenced by a previous generation that was not seeing it as creepy. Because I know, I'll tell you that. Like when I'm in high school and I'm seeing these older niggas hollering at high schoolers, I thought it was creepy as a young nigga too. But we're generations removed from when, you know what I mean, that shit was the norm. A 15-year-old had a husband and them motherfuckers making families.
But also,
and shit.
It was different too.
Culture changes.
That was also different. Niggas used to go to the families and shit.
I understand, but even like how we speak about race, how we talk about racism and homophobia, about how sometimes certain things change, but other things got to catch up. Right. That was one. I think that's one of the remnants of the old times of the thought process of this shouldn't be. The mind ain't ready. This is not an adult. You know what I mean, et cetera, et cetera. They're still catching up, like, because these, like I said, setting laws are still not caught up to what culture is becoming to catching up to. Yeah, you heard me. Last thing up in the ETOUFEE, man. Terry Crews called out Kevin Hart and said men should hold one another accountable. And wow, that's specifically and basically kind of what we talking about.
I mean, yeah, but damn, son. Why you coming out right now and telling them about, like, what you got, like what are you holding them accountable of?
I think this article was back when Kevin Hart was. I think I've been had this on the doc. It's back when Kevin Hart was shrugging the gay shit back before everybody then did it. You like you saying basically he feels like he's. It's not new. He said he feels like he's being attacked. The truth is, Kevin, you're not being attacked. The truth is, you have to just acknowledge what went on, and acknowledge the pain of other people. That's all anybody's asking for. That's it. Then all of a sudden, you can get hardened. But the hard part is when you put down the defenses and you say, wait a minute, I'm not listening. We do have to admit our guilt and say, hey, I messed up and let's fix this thing. I think that he will do that, and he has always done that. So, like, don't just say him calling him out. He's just saying some real shit to his,
Man, chill out, Kev.
Bro, right.
You tripping. You know you was tripping. Just say you tripping, and, like, you sorry, bro.
Acknowledge that other niggas got pain.
Sure he's accountable for what he's
doing. Son. See, some of these news titles will sensationalize some shit.
Yes, they will.
And you'll just be like, oh, shit.
Boy, news titles be like, Beyonce shot. And next thing you know, you read it, shot a new camera angle today on the fashion design.
Yep. Right. Craziness.
Oh, my God.
But I think what he said is in the same vein of what we saying, man. Stay accountable if you want to be taken seriously.
Hold your niggas down, dog.
Hold your niggas down. Tell your niggas when they fucking tripping. Even when that could get uncomfortable, because me and Joe have been in those positions while less evolved niggas and us will be having certain conversations, and then
sometimes
they might,
give niggas time.
And they'll say some shit. But it's so funny. Me and you both have been guilty of because I remember one time I said with the one our niggas was saying something like that was just like really misogynistic or homophobic, because it could go either way. And I jumped in the fray and went back and forth. And Joe gave me this look like, I don't know why you even wasting your time, son. And then on the flip, same shit happened maybe a week or so later. He's the same nigga probably saying some shit, and then Joe found himself in a similar argument. And I'm looking like, bitch. You can't help it. Once your eyes is open, you can't help but hear shit different.
But I'm learning more to like
pick your battles.
Not even pick my battles. Be where they are with the lesson I need to give.
Yeah, you can't bombard it all on them at once.
I can easily just drop small things and be like, well, think about this on a smaller level.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Let me start with the stones first. Let me build this fucking house for you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna start with these stones first to help you build.
And sometimes you gotta pick the person, because some people just don't want to hear it.
And they don't.
Some people just don't want to be enlightened.
Some people don't. Real talk. But I this is what I said at this chick at that meeting I went to. She was saying that as a white person, she has a lot of like racist family members, and sometimes she'd rather just not say anything at all. And I'm like, sometimes you should. My nigga Chris over here dying. So welcome to the Potty Mouth Pothead Podcasters. We gets it in.
We loads it up.
Yeah, we loads it up, you know. But I told her, I was like, sometimes you might be robbing somebody of their growth by saying nothing. I ain't saying badger anybody, but if there's ever opening with somebody that might not be enlightened, like you just said, you could throw a pebble first to see, what you can do. Because sometimes, even if they push back, they might go in their quiet time and think about the conversation that they had with you.
I mean, some people
you know what I mean?
Hit hard. They don't need a pebble. They need to hit hard with some truth.
And they got to go think about it, because in that moment they might have been on defensive, but later on, and then even still, let's say once they hear from you, then they get around someone who's worse than them, then they start wondering, damn, am I that bad? So you never know who you affect them when you at least try. I ain't saying kill yourself, I ain't saying badger, I ain't saying nag, but don't be afraid to at least touch that person if you can, or try. I can see. I'll just leave it at that.
Somebody's hand.
And that was the ETOUFEE of the day. You dug. You understood. We felt it. Thank y'all. So let's get into that dose of NoLA'MURICA.
We got to stop fighting. Your brother cannot be your enemy. We used to hang from trees, and now we're who they all want to be. But where start proceeds, we're still living, trying to make the ends meet. Our bloods are kings and queens, not what they made us believe. The community, more of a dynasty.
So,
oh no.
I did know, because I mentioned this on the Misbelief radio show.
I'm so angry at this. Extension cord dispute prime, St. Claude Avenue shooting. Nigga, oh yes, yeah. This that one. So basically,
let them know. We haven't got
what the fuck happened was,
nigga
had an extension cord coming out of somebody's house, going to some like abandoned
house
or something. So basically, somebody abandoned was like stealing power.
Yes.
So the owner of the house unplugs the fucking shit.
Yes.
Like fuck all that.
Yes.
So whoever was stealing the power goes by the homeowner's house,
knocks on the door,
and basically like orders them to like plug it back in so they can continue to steal the fucking power. And I guess Howard was like, nah, fuck all that.
Then they get in a fist fight.
And they get into a fist fight.
They get in a fist fight with you over your power.
Over your fucking dog. Over your power. Dude leaves, go back, gets a fucking gun and come back and kills him.
No, he don't kill him. The nigga's in stable position.
Yeah, he shot him.
Who got shot?
The person the homeowner. The nigga who was stealing the power got his ass whooped in a fist fight, went and got a gun. We don't know if he lost a fist fight. All we know is they had a fist fight. Then he went back to his abandoned building, got his piece, and shot the homeowner, dog. Wow. Son.
Dog.
Talk about some New Orleans crazy ass shit.
That's New Orleans shit, son.
Nigga.
Yeah, that shit really blew me, son. I was like, wow, like, you got shot for fucking defending your home, son.
For paying your bill. Right. You got shot for paying your bill.
For your light bill, son.
Say, son, real talk.
Fuck energy and fuck that nigga.
Bruh.
Fuck energy twice,
man.
He ain't died though. He in stable condition, but he got shot.
He's traumatized now.
Yes.
He is fucking traumatized. I'm positive of this, dude.
Bruh.
He's gonna be stealing his electricity and water from now on.
Dog.
Like, fuck it, all right.
Real talk, son.
Bruh.
I wish that man had a gun on him, son.
Right.
So he
Really.
could stand his ground.
Yeah, me too.
These are moments where standing your ground is meant for, dog. Like shit like this, when niggas come in your house trying to steal your power and fighting you for it, and then he goes back and says, "I'm gonna." He probably said some shit like, "I'm about to go get that tool or something."
I don't know what he says. All I
I
thought
wish that
was.
nigga would have had a gun, dog. I'd have lit his
Real
fucking
talk,
ass
son.
up, son.
I mean, dog. If a nigga was that hard about it, I was like, "Well, listen, you gotta pay me, son. If you want this electricity with this extension cord, you gotta pay me, son. If you feel like I don't know what you're doing back there, dog, I really don't care.
Yeah.
But if an operation's going down, you gotta pay for this electricity, dog. Because you see this bill, don't worry, I ain't gonna have to unplug this motherfucker. The light's gonna go off, and it's gonna be a plug for everybody.
It's when keeping it real goes wrong. The cops should have been called earlier.
Right,
Yeah.
dog.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When that nigga knock on your door, demanding shit,
that
door
nigga
closed,
kept it real.
911,
Right,
get this nigga.
Open door. Wait, what? Okay.
Oh, this nigga crazy.
Click.
Boop, boop, boop.
911. Yeah,
That
that's a
should've-
crazy
you hear me?
person on my part.
All right.
He's
Stealing my power.
Demanding my electricity.
Send a unit. Thank you.
Thank
and I
you.
will go right back in my living room because you're not going to get in my house.
Nope.
You know.
That's what
And just unplug that extension cord.
Right.
I mean, it's already unplugged. The nigga was demanding for him to plug it back. So it was already unplugged. He has no power in the matter, dog. You do not have to engage with this crazy cat on the outside. You hear me?
Right.
That's when, but he knew he was a New Orleans nigga, and I can't say I would have handled it differently. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what I would have really done. Because a nigga knocking on your door talking shit, demanding this and that, and then if he snuck you, who knows if the abandoned house nigga snuck first?
Right.
Who knows? I don't
If
know.
he had the nerve and the goal to go up to you
And
say
knock
that,
on your door.
Who's to say you wouldn't have throw the first punch? You know what I'm saying?
So now you fighting, and then maybe you didn't think about calling the police after the fight because you didn't think the nigga was going to come back, but he came back. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. Another one for the Dose of NoLA'MURICA.
Then after order era, woman pulls a gun at Terrytown's church's chicken.
So that's technically West Bank.
Bruh, this is disturbing because, you getting a gun pulled on you for the most mundane shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
For, regular, everyday happenstance shit, dog.
Last month I had a story about
It's
a
like
cat
lessons.
who pulled a gun. Remember the cat pulled the gun out on the dude who wouldn't give him a quarter?
Behind that quarter?
Behind a
Same
quarter
fucking shit,
at the
dog.
corner
That
store.
is disturbing, son.
Nigga wouldn't give him a...
If
You know what I
you
think
have
was
a
better than
gun,
all
what do
this?
you need a quarter for?
You know what I think?
Ain't no money. Ain't no money.
How do all these people get these guns?
Right.
Because I can tell you right now,
You can get a gun very easily, son.
that's the real problem, dog.
That is one of the easiest
Because,
things
dog,
to
these are
fucking
crazy
get.
people, actually, dog. So there's no. The thing is, they doing crazy things is not crazy. What's crazy is how they getting the guns. That's what needs to be. We need to get that.
Dude, I promise you, son.
Black market or something.
In this fucking city, New Orleans is a gun factory, son. You can get a gun for little or nothing. If you want that, you can get that, son.
Yeah.
It is very easily.
I mean, that's
It
the
is easy,
problem
son.
we need to address.
It is a definite,
Yeah.
it is a definite problem. But when you just take it to that, it's many problems. Because you say they're crazy, they need mental help as well. You know what I mean? There's all kind of issues that when you crack open that egg, all kind of shit's within that goddamn yolk.
Pandora comes out the box.
You hear me? And Pandora is not one person. So on his other one, Valette Hammond, the basic story with this was she nigga fucked up her order. She got mad, and then she came back with a gun. You hear me?
Yeah.
She would tell okay, because the story is pretty funny. Not funny, but trippy, dog. Valette Hammond bought a meal to go at Churches located on the West Bank. They got a chicken wrong. Hammond returned to Churches on the next day to ask for a refund.
Stupid ass.
But she didn't bring her receipt back.
Stupid ass.
So they say we can't refund your money because you didn't bring back your receipt. We don't know. It's
So
the next day.
So they would have gave you the refund.
If you had the
If you
receipt.
had the fucking receipt.
And maybe if you came back more than a day later.
Exactly. You ate that fucked up order, didn't you?
Right. You ate the fucked up order.
Because if I'm hungry and you fuck my shit up, I'm going back to get what I wanted to nourish myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Son, she's crazy, son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's crazy.
This is a crazy person who got
Crazy
a gun,
person.
son.
That's when a furious Hammond spotted the employee who took her order on Monday. The female staffer was working at the business drive-thru. Hammond confronted the employee and hit her, sparking a fight inside the Churches.
Wow.
Staffers broke up the fight and put Hammond out of the store, locking the door behind her. But Hammond demanded to be let back in after she realized she left her wallet and her property inside. When Churches staffers refused to open the locked door, she is accused of grabbing a blue-colored pistol from her car and returned to the door, gun in hand, and began beating on the glass. She threatened to shoot up the place. The frightened employee still refused to open the door for Hammond and went to the drive-through lane and began banging on the window. She broke the window and removed it from the frame. Heyman was still at the restaurant, gun in hand, when the sheriff arrived to get her ass.
All right, number one, she's crazy because she still had the gun in her hand when the sheriff was there, so she didn't give a fuck. Number two, I understand being so mad because your property's inside there. Niggas playing with you. Like, at least give me my wallet. Y'all gonna give me my wallet? Well, bitch, I'm about to bring out this pistol.
No, call the police.
Somebody was on it.
I mean, I get it, call the police, but we don't fuck with the police like that.
Instantly.
I understand we don't fuck with the police like that.
Police, but like, man, niggas be like, man, bitch, I'm gonna handle this because this is my shit.
You know, I understand what you're saying, son, but...
And I got a gun.
But still, I'm saying what you're saying.
You should open this door right here.
I still feel like you have a problem in your hand to just go for a gun that fast.
Hey,
That
what
opens
about
up a
A, that
world
she came
of
there with a gun?
She came there with a gun to
she
churches
came
with
there
a gun.
bad. She knew, she's like, okay, she didn't
You had
know
no-
that. I mean, she might have it in her glove compartment, what if? But the fact that she came there, she was like, you came there a day later.
A day later.
With your receipt. Like,
With no receipt.
With no receipt. And you ready to pop off.
With a gun.
And then, yeah. That's what you
Nah,
was
it's
supposed to
because her wallet was inside. I hear that part, but still,
they
the
gonna
gun
figure it out,
issue, the
That
gun,
becomes a weak argument though once you pull a
a
pistol
gun.
out.
You
Yeah.
pull out a
How's that
gun.
gonna go in the
Because
court
they,
of law?
cause they
How's
like,
that
it's
gonna
like
go
they,
in the
I
court
feel
of
like they
law?
were stealing, they were taking my property and they didn't want to give it to me.
She could have
Call
called the
the
police.
Police, because your property's in there.
Am I not the right to defend my own property?
With a gun?
She could have got.
Your life's not at stake. You can call the police for that.
She probably could have not brought that gun and got free churches for the rest of her life or something.
Right. Pulling a pistol.
I'm like,
Pulling a
son,
pistol, dog?
you got more legs to stand on if it was a one-on-one encounter with you and a person versus you and an establishment. That's church's chicken. These people in church's chicken ain't giving me my shit. You got a lot of weight there.
Right.
Yeah, that is a corporation.
Which it goes back to what I think you originally said was she had a problem in her head. I think, yeah, she do. Off the dump.
It was just handled bad all around.
It was handled bad, and, we're in our city. And, it's the type of shit that happened in our city. And we going to get into that.
I seen pistols drawn for less in this city, though.
We have. I think we all have seen pistols drawn for less. Once again, one story was 25 cents at a corner store.
But see, that's this story. I'm talking about before these stories became like a big thing.
No, we understand what you're saying. All of our personal lives, we most likely have seen guns drawn for less. I'm just saying, just even documenting that crazy one over a quarter, it tells the story of what we have experienced in our city growing up. Growing up here, nigga.
Surviving New Orleans.
Nigga. Hashtag that shit, you bitch.
I'm ready to tell my story.
No, huh?
Bitch, I know you lying.
So apparently niggas is making that bank being professional cuddlers out
Wait,
here.
wait a minute. We ain't gonna talk about Mystical about to get out?
Professional what?
What?
You ain't gonna talk about Mystical not getting
I
out?
saw that too.
Mystical.
Yeah.
What about him?
You know, Mystical like a child predator and shit, and he about to get out off a $1 million release. You didn't read about that?
I didn't know he was getting out. He been in jail for a couple of years now.
Yeah, son. I thought I was gonna talk about that on the what's going on out here.
This is not the Misbelief Radio Show.
You're right, but you know what I mean.
We don't have a what's going on
We
out
have
here
a,
segment here.
What's happening?
The Misbelief is getting a lot of shine and love on this episode. Shouts out to the Misbelief Radio Show podcast. Catch us available on Saturday, 7 to 9, WBOK 1230 AM radio.
Man, shout out to the weed man, because I'm fucking up my mind right now. Like, what's the last song was called?
You talking about Dose of NoLA'MURICA?
Dose of NoLA, yeah, right.
I didn't know nothing about Mystical about to get out for child predator shit. I know he raped somebody and went back to jail but I didn't know some child predator shit.
He got some like that shit as well, like some child shit on him. Like, Mystical got a weird rap sheet. But I'm saying is that I thought we was gonna talk about that.
I didn't know anything about it, so I didn't talk about Mystical getting out of jail. Is he getting out of jail? Now you got me have to Google some shit.
Yeah, he has. He's able to post Bob I think he's able to post something where he get out for like $1 million or some shit.
But it's probably just bail. He probably still got to fucking see his day in court. He ain't get out. He ain't
Yeah, nigga, it's funny how they have nigga in the system before you get caught. Like
nigga, they will do you. They will do you. Let me see. Mystical is currently in jail while he awaits the trial dates for his kidnapping and rape charges. Ain't no child predator. As reported this past week, Mystical has his bond set at $3 million. And until the prospects of leaving his containment cell were looking grim. But as TMZ is reporting, Mystical's attorney is rounding up financial contributions from the rapper's friends and family.
Wow.
Pierce fell short of $1. I don't think that anyone should be made to stand trial for number one, something that they did not do, and number two, something that's caught up in the political movement, the Me Too movement. Michael is not guilty of anything. Mystical's other attorney confirmed that while a record deal is in place, the release next week is contingent on the distributor forwarding monetary advances. They ain't got nothing with him with no child. Well, Joe stepped out. They just say kidnapping and rape, which is what he been had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Mystical was awarded a new judge in a case over his first-degree rape and second-degree kidnapping charges. There's no pedo shit. Joe tripping. But Mystical fucking tripping. And fuck all that rape shit. So I'm tired of these niggas getting caught up in this dumbass shit. And Mystical's stupid because it's his second rape charge. Bitch, you did 8 years for rape the last time. Rape and sexual battery. And then you get out of jail after 8 years. And now you gonna do it again?
You got a problem.
God damn you.
You got a problem.
Fuck. Anyway, bitch, I know you lying, dog.
Bitch, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. Bitch, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
Professional cuddlers get paid $80 per hour.
Sign me up.
I would definitely do that.
Professional cuddler.
I love cuddling.
How do you become professional?
I have no goddamn clue, dog. How you become, because this article doesn't even explain that, I don't think. Let me see. Robin Marie is a professional cuddler. She provides a safe space for clients to receive platonic touch while also setting boundaries. I really believe in the power of touch and how it can heal people. It can be as simple as me sitting on the couch, just sitting next to someone. It can be holding hands with someone all the way to we're laying horizontal on the bed and we are spooning. It still feels sexual, I'm sorry. Marie got involved with therapeutic touch a few years ago after realizing she was touch deprived. She was touch deprived.
Wow.
I wasn't dating for a few years, and I saw a massage therapist in Kansas City and told her realized the only time I was getting touched was when I got a massage. It took her 3 to 4 months to receive her certificate. Oh my God, her certification as a professional cuddler from an online site called Cuddlist. Cuddlist. There's a training process that you go through and practicum as well. And then you get certified by going through an evaluation with a specially trained cuddlist. Marina has about 30 clients ranging in age from 20 to 75 years old. And she charges $80 an hour. It's really an important opportunity for people to be able to explore how they would like to experience platonic touch for themselves. It's comforting, nurturing, soothing, and again, platonic. They keep saying it, platonic. Yeah, platonic. Oh my God, you looked up that. Oh my God, real. The website is real. Book a cuddle session. Oh my God, I'm not about to read the rest of this, but that shit is crazy. Wow. It's a thing. It's a thing. I think I'm gonna have to become a professional.
I might have to become a cuddler. Yeah, $80 shit. Fuck right. That's the wave. I'm gonna be a professional cuddler around this.
Somebody wrote on my wall.
Platonic, baby.
Somebody wrote on my wall under it. But what happens if your dick get hard? You fired.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you.
They're not saying platonic 55 times.
Platonic.
For no goddamn reason, bitch. You better control that dick.
Yeah, you gotta have dick control.
You gotta have full blown. I think that's what the training is for. Full blown dick control.
You best believe that's the training.
Otherwise, you ain't getting certified.
You're not getting certified.
That's it.
They checking them panties, girl. You wet? You can't be getting wet.
Are you wet?
Ain't no moistness in the cuddle section. None of that.
Wow.
None of that. No
motherfucking games with y'all.
So, also, man, did y'all hear about the news reporter who accidentally said Coon on air and got fired?
Yeah, he shouldn't have got fired for that fucking shit, man.
I was like, damn, son.
That was a little whack.
Well, that's how you really feel.
Let me have a piece of that.
Wasn't he the weatherman?
He was the weatherman talking about Martin Luther King Jr. Day's weather. And he said, Martin Luther King Jr. He slipped, boy.
That was a slip.
He slipped. Now, one thing I was thinking was, wait, do white people really still use coon in that fashion in modern day times?
Maybe.
Yep. What else besides raccoon?
No.
In the context of sentences.
No, what I'm saying is, like, in my personal life, I've never, like, heard, like, and not never, I'm going to say lately, coon is mostly what black people call fucking, you know what I mean, black people. Uncle Tom has black people more so than what white people use. Because back in the day, that was like calling you a nigga. If they call you a coon, that's like calling you a nigga.
That's what I'm saying. But where is this?
Martin Luther Coon is great, though. If white people say that, that's fucking hilarious.
And he's older, right? He was older.
Middle age.
That's his time. They were saying coon.
This girl went on my page and found these racist websites where some of them still do hold on to that word and even call him Martin Luther Coon.
Wow.
So it's a thing. Now, was it a slip of the tongue? Was it Freudian? I don't feel it was intentional when I watched the video.
That's what I say.
But I do think
I don't think he should have lost his job, but they caught him fucking slipping.
Yeah.
I don't think he should lose, but he definitely got caught.
No, you got to lose your job, dog.
Really?
Your racism got caught slipping.
He got caught slipping.
But what if it was
not intentionally?
Because the thing is this. I do also believe.
Oh, I'm sorry, you had word vomit.
No, but I also believe.
But what if a black person said that?
I also believe you. No, he's not the only person ever that's fucked up like that. I also believes that you can slip of the tongue like that. Martin Lou, the ooh and Luther, when you're trying to jump to King, can fuck up like that.
Yeah, Martin Luther Nigger.
Oh my God! Now that should have got his ass fucking fired. Now Martin Luther Nigger. That nigga gonna whip that Martin Luther Nigger. Martin Luther Nigger. I'm a king, bitch. Martin Luther Nigger. Ain't no nigga in that.
Whoa. I'm gonna let you know right now. Never in my life have I ever said Martin Luther Coon. Never in my life, my words and tongues ever slipped up and said Martin Luther Coon.
It's your personal situation. That's your personal situation. So I can't judge that man for that.
You're not the only person in the world.
Who's in the news?
Maybe Martin Luther King
on
isn't something that comes out his mouth that
They all make mistakes. They all no.
There's
There's bloopers. No, there are literal blooper videos that show the amount of times that these people fuck up.
A lot of controversy this morning because Jeremy Capel says this was his worst nightmare. It was an honest flub that he says he mixed words during his forecast by simply talking too fast. Well, now he's fighting back against those who say otherwise.
You know, it's a nice day when you...
A typical day at the office, gone terribly, terribly wrong.
That's the way it looked out at Martin Luther King Jr. Park.
That's what happened. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he meant to fuck up.
You gotta see that nigga face, dog. Now he's showing that voice.
Martin Luther Coon King Jr. Like, oh, you fucked up.
Jeremy Capel, the chief meteorologist at NBC affiliate WHEC in Rochester, New York, was trying to pronounce the name of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he seemed to utter a racial slur that has historically been used towards black people.
Clear, calm, and cooling.
Capel says he stumbled in speaking quickly, combining King and Junior, and didn't realize what that sounded like to some.
Two words mashed together incorrectly. What I said was not even a word, it was a sound. And people, I believe, read into that.
Nobody addressed the slip-up on air when it happened Friday. But after outrage grew online over the weekend, late Sunday, the station fired Capel.
Meteorologist Jeremy Capel is no longer with News 10 NBC.
Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren saying station management only took action after the station was shamed into doing so by a backlash on social media. Capel and his wife Lisa released an apology on Facebook.
There was no malice.
For him to be called a racist, it's just, it just makes me very sad. I was.
But he do look like he say nigga in his off time, though. I really believe he fucked up. No. I can see this white man saying nigger. But, I can see him saying nigger, definitely. I could definitely see him saying nigger. I could definitely see some racism in him. But I don't believe this. I don't believe that this occasion was him. Fuck, no. I don't believe he fucked up. I don't think he meant to do that. And I don't think it was a Freudian thing. I don't think he did it on purpose. I don't think he probably even says coon in his off time. But I believe he said nigger.
I can't say that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he don't look like he say coon.
I'm actually tell what a nigga might look like because he also look he don't say bacon right. But at the same time,
I'm just saying, certain kind of white folks say coon because that's such a southern white thing. And
hey, son,
you look like he says other things like that's equally fucked up.
He said what he say more clever racist things.
Yeah.
Or
more like a modern.
Yeah, more subtle.
Monkey, Sambo.
Name me not even Porch Monkey. He's probably one of the people from Get Out.
No, huh?
I'm just saying like that. I'm not putting no racism behind the dude. I just don't think that happened like that.
He said he like Mel Gibson calling them pack of niggas.
Yep.
Cigarettes.
Yep. I can see that. I can see that. I can see the team being the type if his daughter got fucked by a black dude, he might be like, pack of niggers. I can see that. Definitely.
Pack of niggas. Whoa.
Pack of niggers. A whole pack of them.
Whole pack. We're traveling packs.
And last up on that NOOO HA, apparently, dog, apparently, bruh, fucking, we made contact with aliens?
No, we didn't.
Repeated radio signals coming from galaxy 1.5 billion light years away.
Yeah, I saw that.
I say don't fuck with it.
That's scary to me.
I say don't fuck with it.
Hey, son. Fuck with it.
I need the context of this.
Is they coming anyway?
Because I fucking read the article, and I think, that happens Like
they don't know what it is. I'm saying aliens.
Yeah, like
they don't know what it is.
What it is.
But the fact that it is bothers me enough to say don't fuck with it.
I say we fuck with it.
Oh, y'all can have it.
I say we fuck.
At least find out like where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm. Good.
No,
I'm cool on any interaction with any species. I'm not with the aliens. I'm good. I don't fuck with robots that are on Earth. Yo, them fuck with aliens coming from another place. Nope.
But dude, that would like really. It would change stuff.
I don't need that change.
I saw a meme that said, what if aliens drive past Earth and be like, ooh, child, the ghetto.
Right. Lock your doors. So there's another one was like it too. They say, I bet your aliens lock their doors when they're driving past Earth. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's ignorant.
Ooh, child, click clack the ghetto.
You hear me?
I want to see, dog. Like, if it is coming from some sort of alien planet.
Hold up, y'all talking at once. We can. The mic gonna pick up just noise. What you saying?
I was just saying, if it happens to come from some alien planet or galaxy or whatever, I think that would be interesting as fuck.
You go talk to them first. I'm gonna be a racist.
I want to see how intelligent they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When they enslave your ass, you're gonna see how smart. You're gonna see how smart they fuck it up. I just said that 2 seconds ago. Did I not? I just said it. I just said it. I will be racist.
Yeah, I will be racist.
I will be the racist one in the crew towards the aliens. I will be the xenophobe. I'm taking my lick. It is what it is. I'm down for humanity. I'm Lex Luthor. Fuck Superman. I do not trust you, Superman.
It is scary though. I just want to see like, do they have time traveling? You know, things like that.
I don't trust time travel. I don't trust anything that might disintegrate my body because I don't think it's gonna come back together right.
What if they're dumb though? Like, what if they're completely fucking just these fucking dumb fucking things?
I don't want them to come here because then we're gonna slave them. Then we're gonna enslave them. We're not equipped for that. No.
So we're gonna enslave the aliens?
Yes, we're not mature. Did y'all not see District 9? We put him in the hood in that movie. That movie was deep.
So we're gonna start the alien slave trade?
We will. We would. Do you really put it past us? Look at our president.
What's that movie?
Well, we start selling us and them.
Nigga, we still sell us.
Right.
Man, so would that end racism?
Don't bring that up. That's deep. Huh?
Would that end racism, kind of?
What?
If we started enslaving aliens,
or we all turn on them and come together, no,
yes.
we would. We would do exactly what.
It makes intergalactic racism.
No, we know we just would evolve more racism. Because think about it like this:
maybe like the blacks get these, or the whites get.
Whoever hates blacks still gonna hate blacks. They're gonna hate aliens too.
Yeah. I hate blacks, Jews, and aliens.
Right, and if you're black, you're gonna hate whoever you hate. If you're black, you're gonna just add aliens to the list of what you already hate. If you're gonna be a bigot, I don't hate nobody, but now I will. I will be the one that hate aliens.
I'm not no racist. I ain't no racist, but them aliens, fucking Martians. I don't like the way they dance.
Martians,
right?
I don't like the way they fry their what they call chicken.
I'm just saying, dog. The quickest way to find a racist is the one saying I'm not a racist, but.
Of course.
What?
But so let's get to that.
I'm racist, but.
But you're racist. That's racist terms. That's racist lingo. That's racist. That's racist. But let's get in that hero highlight and get the fuck about you.
And we all happy, feeling good inside. Cause people doing good in the world of pure defuckery. Like the shine a light. Shine a light. All the person. All the niggas. Doing good. In the pure world of pure defuckery. Fuckery.
Shouts out to Marsai Martin, who is going to be with Little, become the youngest black executive producer in Hollywood history. She old girl off Blackish with the glasses, with the quippy funniness and such. I was like, dawg, we got to give Little that Black Panther treatment off principle of this going to pop off this little black girl.
Girl, your parents are very smart.
Nigga.
Yeah. You know the Olsen twins did that? She's going to be like that.
Bruh, but the black girl doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying what you saying. I'm like, yeah, let's get this girl some money, dog.
She's like really, really, really talented. If you ever watch her on the show,
yeah,
like, her comedic timing
is amazing.
She's on.
It's a great cast too, though.
The main character in that new movie with Regina Hall.
That's what we're talking about, Joe. Little. That's what she's the executive producer of. Where are you, man?
I was talking about. I thought she was like. Oh wait, what?
She's executive producer in that movie.
Of the movie Little. Yes.
She's executive producer of like No, not even a little, like a whole nother show.
No, Little, the movie where she's being the little version of Regina Hall. She's the executive producer. She came up with the idea. It's her idea. Little girl shine, little girl.
Oh, so y'all sleep.
Yeah, she went to Issa Rae and all them and got that shit popping, bro.
Oh shit.
So she's a legit producer. Right. It's her idea.
I thought it was Issa Rae's thing and somebody,
She helping. Issa Rae been a real nigga.
Wow, that's what's up. They just like, nah, baby, we gonna.
I mean, Issa getting some production because she helping to get done, but little girl.
Wow, girl, you are a mastermind.
Let's get it. Next up, Illinois wipes out statute of limitations for child sex abuse.
Thank you, R.Kelly.
Yeah.
They said specifically for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They telling anybody who's ever been abused by specifically him, let us know. We'll hear out your case.
Yeah, they might go after that.
It is going to be interesting because it's still a hard thing to prove. Right. You would have to have some specific information and evidence for it to go to case. Because they're going to have...
They're going to be putting...
Because they said the phone been ringing off the hook. They've been getting calls.
Yeah.
You hear me? What?
It was a white girl.
A white girl popped up? Oh, they might the white girl going to get him.
I thought you saw white girl out of all the people.
On the blog.
A white child is over.
Yeah. Come on, man. Shouts out to Missy Elliott, man. She just became the first woman to... Come on, thing.
Hip hop. I think the first person.
She becomes the first female hip hop artist inducted into Songwriters Hall of Fame.
That was the first male.
She deserved that.
She's the first female one, and that's what's up, Missy.
Right, Missy,
she been breaking, but she been breaking. About time she started getting acknowledged for it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I forget everything she's ever written, but I do know that she's written for
a lot.
Once you open up the catalog, they'll come flooding back in your memory like yesterday.
All things that we didn't even know she wrote.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
She major, so
good. I can't stand the ring.
Good for her.
And big ups for Regina King, man. This lady won 2 Golden Globes for 2 different projects, and she made a promise that
50% of her
future projects gonna be women.
Yep.
And that's what's up, Regina. Not only that's what we say, when you have the money, when you got the power, when you got the influence, do something real with it.
Yeah.
Do something real with it, man. And like I just fuck with Regina King, dog. Like she's just a monster. Period. Like she been all around.
Always been nice.
Like whenever I think about my favorite black actors or female actors, it's always her, Angela Bassett, Viola Davis. Them 3 always be like boom, boom, boom. As far as like my generation, because you got the old school Cicely Tysons and all of them. Yeah. When I think about who I grew up like, mainly being like, damn, look at you. You hear me? It was them 3 stand out.
It's so amazing.
She been around forever too.
She's been working. Like she stays working.
Bruh.
She stayed on set.
227, bitch.
227, son.
227. Yes, that's what I know her from first.
Had a mad crush on her, dog.
Me too. With them brown eyes.
Yeah,
then you see her again on Friday. You like, oh, that's old girl from 227. And it's like she just kept on building. Like in 227, she's like 16, 15. She young. She been getting it, dog. And it go to show, like nigga always say, dog, majority of black actors and actresses in particular, they don't get their just due to their 40s. Late 30s, 40s.
Not for the jeans works.
Not period. I can't think of anybody, like it's like a 20-year run half the time. I can't think of anybody who get they just due if they didn't start young as fuck. And even like I said, you look at a Michael B. Jordan, he started at 14. He got his just due at 30. I mean, it's almost the same schematics for us. So it's like, man, stick with your dreams, dog, because she really finally getting her just, because we've been known in the black community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they're finally trying to see, like, Yep. Same thing. And she just won some award, broke some record.
They supported each other. They said something about
the 2 Reginas, light each other up. And I think that's amazing, dog. Come together all day, dog. Salute. But, y'all. That was episode 73, side B. Woo. Yeah, man. Like I always say, man, hit us up at flywithbats@gmail.com. We want you to be part of the conversation, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell your friends about us, man. We saw a surge in people listening. I need some more people, man. Let them know. You hear me? We your favorite podcast and shit, you dig? What else? Reviewingdat@gmail.com, man. If you got anything you want us to review, hit us up on that email. We're going to review that shit. We're going to talk that shit. We're going to rock that shit. Also, I think that's it, man. This is that actor guy, Martin Bats Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell that Mr. out or you ain't going to find me. If you're looking at me on Facebook, you got to find me by the government. And for this round, man, I'm out here.
And, of course, it's me. It's D-Mac, man. Catch me on Instagram at FrenchBread.kid. And follow my clothing line at YaDig504. That's YADIG 504. Not 2 G's because that's fucking garbage. And, I see you next time.
Posse Wine, it's your boy AlphaJoe, fresh out of the gumbo, still deep in the room. And if you're out in the streets and you're looking for me, you can find me on IG, AlphaJoe No E, 504, Facebook, Joseph Alphaman Pines, 73 sideB. Get the thumb out your booty hole, bitch.
Wow. That's such an intense tagline.
What if they want their thumb in that booty hole?
You gotta get it out sometime.
You said it's a thing.
Can't be there all the time.
Some people like it.
Some people do.
I mean, hey,
that's a fact.
Too much of anything is bad for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, yep. Okay, who can say yep? Guess we just going out on that.
Moderation.
Yeah, chillin' on the couch, hand on my pouch, just waking up, watching Homeboy House. Thinking about the day I had to press rewind, play. When I say being a doctor was my goal, ambition, thing I wanted to be. Until I learned the work that it took, and I would be in infinite debt. Then I imagine myself 80 years old, dead with debt over my head. Too much doubt, gotta go another route. Once I got on the music, I ain't never getting out. I envision my life and how I'ma live it out. Kids and a wife, I hope I figure it out. So until then, rule 10, gotta wrap it up, cause life moves on even if we get stuck. So I turn back on the tube, now I'm on the cool, watching set it off, wishing I would make moves. The Tipo was a fool, but the blues, it will hit ya. So you stay inside so them bullets might miss ya. You can get your ish ya. Any single day, make beats at my home so I never fade away. Learning notes and keys, I gotta sit alone. I used to pray to God, but we don't get along. Preachers and believers trying to turn me around, but I should still be proud even if I'm not down with G.O.D. My real F-A-T-H-E-R, not in my vision of tomorrow. He's still living, never forgiving. I oughta try and get along, but twice he ran alone, so now I stand alone. But I ain't lonely. Wheat, cheese, and turkey used to be baloney. Smart kid growing up, adapted in an instant. Winning every day, see my past in the distance. I don't regret a thing, cause I love my existence. Kinda militant, but that's just sentiments from living this life. Still got an open mind. People surprised I never been shot or did time. Step out on the porch, nothing never changed. Stuttering Jerome, old girl, what's her name? There go old Missy. Look at Miss Barbara and the lady who make the frozen cups daughter. Yeah, I got smarter. Learned from the dumb, been in my own lane. Just never had my own drums. Used to rap about clapping, they never had a gun. I was just imitating, but with a little patience. I'm 3 years ahead of my time and stimulating. And for me to imagine what would have happened if I was saving like every week. Cause living off pennies ain't sweet, it's bitter. You can be my nigga, but they don't mean that you fam. Trust is like putting a loaded 48 in the hand of a woman or a man who got a tour of your plans. Now you're looking at your casket, the invisible man. Cars and the glam and entertainers demand. Isn't what I need, have me like Joe Queen, Phoenix. I'd rather never have an image, but shout out to the ladies and jits whoever did it. I ain't a known rapper, but I represent it. Up on this track, New Orleans to the ending. Looking at a picture, the past feels near, but I'm living in the now when she sold last year. Gotta go to work, do I wanna go to sleep? Been up all night with this beat on repeat. But life don't wait and money don't make itself. I need stability, but what I want is wealth.